Crispy, crazy, crunchy audio there. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode. This is going to be a weird one of FF14. Look, from the title, from the thumbnail, you might think today's like a bonus episode or something. It's not, all right? This is a main series episode. This is essentially the MSQ. We cannot beat 2.55 until we do this. Every new player has to go through this, and for very good reason. So the story is today, guys, we'll be looking at the Crystal Tower. I'm going to try to bumble my way through it, and one of the reasons I say bumble through it is because it's been a bit hectic over here. I'm going on very, very, very little sleep right now. I don't know, this might be a slightly shorter episode than normal. I guess we'll see. But yeah, so the Crystal Tower is what they call an alliance raid story. So for this main, in fact, we can probably see it here in game. I'll show you guys. Where is it? It's probably under. Well, I've got my plants in the way here. Hold on. I really like having hanging vines and stuff, but when they get in the way of the monitor, it's super annoying. Also, I've got one that is dying, like hardcore dying, and the other one's fine, and I don't understand why, because they're both essentially getting the same amount of water and the same amount of light. I don't get it. I mean, is one of them like getting cooked somehow, or is slightly behind the monitor or something in a weird way? Not sure. Where the hell? There we go, New Game Plus. Right, so look, you got the main storyline. And look, we've seen most of it now. We're really near the, really near the end, guys. This box will fill in when we finish 2.55. But you've got these other things, right? So there is a raid storyline going on right now. Where would that be listed? Side stories, I guess? No? Yes? No? Oh, maybe they're just... The category isn't even revealed, I suppose, because I haven't started. Oh, no, here we go. Chronicles of a New Era. Okay, so you've got the main storyline up here. Then there's Chronicles of a New Era. There's a raid story happening right now with Bahamut. Okay. Called The Binding Quills of Bahamut. And I've alluded to that a lot. The end credit, the post-credit cutscene teased it and all that. There's also this thing, the Alliance Raid. So, raids are actually kind of hard. They're 8-man, and their difficult version is called Savage. So you know how these story bosses have had extremes? Well, the hard version of raids is Savage, and that's genuinely really hard stuff to play. So the raids are like genuinely difficult things. Alliance Raid, even though the name sounds very similar, Alliance Raids are not very difficult. They're more like Guild Wars 2 meta events. Imagine a meta event in its own dedicated world map with its own dedicated story. So really, really high quality, big Zerg content, basically. That's what they are. They're big Zerg content, and I suspect when we see with Janthea Wilds in 2 weeks, it's going to be a lot like what the convergences feel like there. And by the way, just as a side note, it is in 2 weeks, right? Janthea Wilds. People in Spot Discord today were wondering if there was going to be a blog post. Are we expecting a blog post today, a trailer next Tuesday, and then release the Tuesday after, right? Please tell me that it's not 7 days away, because, oh my god, we got a lot to get through before that. I'll have to change plans, like, hardcore. I think we've got 14 days, not 7. Anyway, that aside, Alliance Raids, we'll be doing our first one here. And so it's separate from the main story, obviously. But here's the interesting thing. The story that they tell here, originally, it's just a side story at first. That was how it was originally conceived of and released. But as the main story goes along, when we get to this expansion here, Shadowbringers, and I won't tell you the reasons why just yet, but when you get to Shadowbringers, it's epically important. This Alliance Raid story is insanely important for Shadowbringers. So important, in fact, and so integrated into Shadowbringers, the main storyline, the devs made mandatory. So as you've been watching through this Let's Play, you know, I've kept saying, oh, they cut this quest, and it seems now, by the way, from the comments, it seems a shit ton of stuff about Tataru getting a job. When they made those changes, they also made this mandatory. So what we're playing today was once upon a time optional, and it's kind of a totally different story, really, but eventually it will matter. So yeah, it's kind of special in that way. It's kind of special in another way as well. I don't know if you guys can guess this. Does anyone in the live chat want to guess this? It's special for me in a weird way. It marks the first time something is happening in this Let's Play. And I wonder if anyone... I'm not going to sit here and try and get people to guess. What's special about this, and I'm sure you all had this on the tip of your tongues, is this is the first piece of repeat content that I am doing from the old Twitch Let's Play. See, the old Twitch Let's Play, and I don't know, I think this is kind of interesting. The old Twitch Let's Play, I did these boxes, I skipped all these ones, right? I did these and these. You can find them on my second channel. There are playlists. I did all of these. And when I started these boxes on Twitch, I decided, I should probably play the Alliance Raid thing for people. So I did that on New Game Plus, on Macon. So I already have a video of this from 2 years ago on my second channel. And what you'll be able to do is if you have absolutely no time on your hands, you could, in theory, watch this and then go compare my other edition of it. Yeah, this is me actually retreading ground for the first time. Everything you've seen in all these episodes so far has all been new and separate, except maybe a little bit of the gold saucer in the last bonus episode, if you saw that. Though one of you guys did mention you thought you saw me doing something, but I'm pretty sure this is the first bit of repeat content. So yeah, Alliance Raid. Now, where does this all start? You might have been wondering, where's Sid? Where's Biggs? Where's Wedge? Who is the Outlandish Man? If you've wondered any of these questions since the end of the main storyline, well, never fear. They're now going to start to get answered. So this released on like patch 2.1, and then 2.3, and then 2.5, I think. So, and I've skipped them to do it all at once. Now, my Twitch playthrough version of this took me... Well, what do you guys want to guess? How long did it take me to play the entire story of the Crystal Tower? How long do you guys think? Because I was curious. I didn't know, like, what's this? How long is this going to take? Can I do it all in one video? Can I just leave it and then do it all at once? It's a cool idea, isn't it? Oh my god, the mini chocobo sprinting around. It's a cool idea. Well, I had a little look-see. It took me 9 hours. 9 hours in one sitting. So I'm not going to do it in 9 hours in one sitting here. I'm going to do it in 2 sittings. There's going to be 2 episodes for this. So let's just get started, I suppose. Now, who is the Outlandish Man? I do not remember these quests at all. I don't know when it's revealed who this guy is. An oddly garbed man visiting Revenant's Toll has some information which might be of interest to an experienced adventurer. And we can see in the image there, it's a Crystal Tower. Now, looking on Wiki, there's only like 4 quests per wing, and there's 3 wings. So it doesn't actually look like there's much to do. 4 quests, and then an instance, and then 4 quests, and an instance, 4 quests, and an instance. Sounds about on par with any old MSQ update, right? All together. But we'll see. I'm assuming this is going to be some long stuff with very, very, very chunky cutscenes. And I'll try to keep it together as long as I can. But again, I'm so tired, guys. It's unreal. I'm so tired. I got that thing. Do you guys get that thing where when you're really sleepy... Oh, this is a weird way of describing it, but things seem a bit dreamlike. It's like you can't really hear very well, or it's like you're hearing through a bubble. Does that make sense? That's kind of how I feel at the moment. Oh god, how do I voice this person and maintain the mystery? I'll just do it flatly. I'll do it with my lovely my lovely normal voice. Do I know you? Unless I am very much mistaken, you are the famed adventurer who bested the Garlean Empire's general. Are you not? I'll do it a bit like AI. The great Tremor Dubois himself. Amazing. And more than a little serendipitous. One might even call it fate. I but recently received word of a truly unique opportunity. You see, an opportunity the likes of which none but one of your proven worth could take advantage. So this guy likes us for taking down the Garleans. Nice. The reward? Naught less than the accumulated knowledge of a fallen civilization. The risk? A single misstep could cost you your life. But what is a little danger to a storied hero such as you? A man with absolute confidence in his own abilities stands to profit handsomely from this venture. No, I crave no recompense for my part in bringing this opportunity to your attention. The historic discoveries you shall make will be reward enough, I assure you. If my words have fanned the flames of your curiosity, then I bid you seek a man by the name of Rambrose at St. Coinoc's Find. It is he who stands at the doorway to untold marvels. awaiting the arrival of a champion bold enough to march across the threshold. So, what we're finally going to do is explore the rest of Mordona. Remember, we came here, we did a bunch around here with the Castrum Sentry and stuff. We briefly visited the Eastern Wing, but we've never really gone through any of this stuff. Look at this. The Crystal Tower has got a unique icon and stuff. What is up with this side of the map? We haven't been there. Well, it's finally time to do that. And I'll just say, right, like, this character, Rambrose, try to remember what we're doing here, because you have to remember, you have to play it, think about it, know it, and then, like, set it aside for 2 full expansions, and then try to remember, which, you know, was impossibly hard for me, because I had a big break from the game. But, you know, your mileage may vary. It's St. Coinix Find to which you must travel. Seek out the man known as Rambrose and learn what treasures and dangers await you. Yeah, it is really awesome. This is one of those things that just makes me feel it's the most expert storytelling. It is so awesome. They set up a lot of very particular characters and particular ideas and very specific things that, oh, they pay off in the greatest way. Like, years and years and years after their initial introduction. It's a bit like Guild Wars doing the Wizard's Tower with Secrets of the Obscure, but we all know that they put the Wizard's Tower there with no real idea of what was going on in there. You know, it was all sort of just up in the air, sort of guesswork. It feels a lot more than that in this. So yeah, it's pretty goddamn cool. Yeah, hello to everybody. I'm late for my stream. No, I'm not late. I'm actually early, based on when I said I'd be here. And I think you know that. You were in Discord, weren't you? Oh, we could do a goal again. It's flashing at me to do a goal. What would I do as a reward, though, for a goal? Oh, yeah, I got an idea. All right. I have to play first person. Should we set it, the goal? Oh, that sounds awful. Okay, I'm going to set it to 10. Is that crazy? All right. If over the course of this, we get 10, I'll play first person for the rest of the video. Oh, that might be a terrible play. I don't know. I already regret this. I guess I got to stick with it. YouTube actually just warned me I'm not allowed to put a monetary reward on the end of a goal. That's kind of weird. Here, look, one final Chocobo keep, guys. Well met, traveller. Might interest you in a Chocobo Porter? Indeed. So I think with that, we should be able to go all over the place. Listen to this music here. Wow. Oh, look at this. Walking around with Midgardsormr on us. When the fog is thick, I wouldn't wander too far. Yeah, so the weather's all foggy and stuff at the moment. It's the gloom weather again. Now, what's quite interesting here, guys, is you might recognize the term St. Coinix Find, and you might be thinking, why do I recognize that? I mentioned it in Encyclopedia Eorzea, or Eorzea Encyclopedia, whichever one it is. When we were reading about the Third Era, we read about this guy, Coinuk, who was like this scholar, and he didn't really get much respect, if I remember rightly. And he went off and he did his own thing, and he found this amazing discovery of ancient Allagan civilization. And then years and years and years later, there's this whole group named after him, St. Coinix Find. This is it. This is the group, guys. Rambrose might have even been mentioned in that story. I can't remember. Now, let me remind you all as well about Leave Meets, by the way, who, again, have a bunch of, like, hidden side quests with extra stuff. This is the Leave Meet you speak to, who will then have you go mine pieces of the Agrius, the chunks of the wreck that are flying around here. This is just such a cool place, you know. You've got, like, Calamity stuff here. You've got Agrius stuff here. You've got Midgardsormr's body over there across the water. And now there's this epic tower as well from the Allagan civilization. Everything's happening here. Why did the Allagans build a giant tower here at the lake? Why was Midgardsormr defending the lake? I think this is supposed to be like some great nexus of magical activity or something in the area. But this is how Guild Wars Ascalon makes me feel. Ascalon's got all these big epic things, like it's got the wall, and it's got the brand, and it's got the faux fire issues, and it's got the searing crystals, and it's got the you know, the new steampunk. Is steampunk the right word? I guess kind of. I'm going to say diesel punk, pollution from the char, and then the Ascalonian ruins. There's so much going on, you know, and I kind of feel like Silvertear Lake is sort of like there's so many big historical events. And yeah, I guess we can count the castrum over there as well as sort of another thing, another layer to this area. So Rambros, what do you think? Hello. Oh yeah. Oh, also, it's amazing to see that you guys have found me here. I did say, look, we are not on. Christ, what's it called? See, this is the problem. I'm really tired. Like my whole head's getting log jammed. Gee, what's it called? We're not on Ravana. We're not on Ravana right now. Because I don't think we'll be able to matchmake for this. This is 24 players. Everyone is asleep. It's the middle of a work week. So yeah, I've come over to Kraken, which probably isn't much better. It's the middle of a work week. And, you know, for the Americans, it's like 10 or something. I don't know. I'm hoping that we'll be able to get the queue on this. Fingers crossed. So anyway, Rambro said that we're jumping ahead a little bit with that. Why, if it isn't Tremor Dubois himself? I was not expecting such a celebrated guest. To what do I owe the honour of this visit? Well, hello, sir. I was told by an outlandish man that you're looking for help about some kind of an excavation here. You were directed here, you say, by a man clad in foreign garb? Well, the opportunity he spoke of must surely refer to our latest anthropogeographical endeavour. That's right, yeah. Anthropogeographical endeavour. Quite how he came to know of it is another matter. All knowledge of this project was supposed to be restricted to my organisation. ... Oh, I know. I'm 100% in tune with this story. I know exactly how that man knows about that. And in fact, you can kind of put the pieces of the puzzle together based on info we've already had here. Oh, God, look, we're actually getting people doing the super chats. Oh, my God, this is amazing. John, happy Tuesday. Dude, 25 bucks. Thank you, John. Oh, my God. Thank you. And you push us towards our first-person goal. Oh, God. I put that to 10, thinking, you know, maybe if it happens, it will happen later in the episode. Alodus, FF14, the best FPS ever released. With 50 SEK. Thank you very much, Alodus. I always, dude, whenever I see your comments on YouTube, I'm always like, yeah, I like that. And I go to click the heart, and then I see you already have an icon saying that I've given you a shit ton of hearts before. And I'm like, oh man, there's something about this guy's comments that just must be on my wavelength, like, a lot. Oh, man. Yeah, hello, everybody. Hello. We can get 24 people easily. I mean, I would like that as well. If we genuinely could get 24 people, I would min eye level this. It would be amazing. But I've kind of made a weird decision now. I've taken us over to NA, where all the EU people are locked off. I do know that my Twitch playthrough 2 years ago, sorry to sound like such a broken record, I tried to do exactly that, and I couldn't do it for like hours and hours and hours. It was a 9-hour long episode, but I think a good 2 of them at least were just standing around. But yeah, he says you were directed here. Right, yeah, well, this is all supposed to be secret. How did this guy know? But that's something for me to ponder in private. You're here now, and your services will, I'm certain, prove invaluable. I must warn you, however, that the venture we have in mind is no simple excavation. An unprepared or incautious adventurer could very well find himself on an unplanned and unpleasant journey to Thul's solemn halls. Knowing this, do you still wish to lend us your cooperation? I do, yeah, let's get in there. Let's do it, bitches! I rather thought you'd say that. Your courage is scarcely a secret. Now, the first... Tremor? I thought it was you. I don't know. What voice should I do? Oh, that was Sid. I was voicing Sid that way. What brings you to St. Coinex? Don't tell me the Alliance has sent you on another realm-shaking, history-making mission to lay low on an apparently insuperable foe, yes? No? No, actually. We're just kind of wandering around. Ah, I see you two are already acquainted. That as well. Master Garland, our intrepid hero here, caught wind of the forthcoming expedition and has kindly pledged to assist us. He has he? Good. Glad to have you aboard, Tremor. You don't have the faintest idea what you volunteered for, do you? Well, Let us begin at the beginning. The sons of St. Koinek are tasked with unearthing the secrets of the long-fallen Allagan Empire, and this present endeavour aims to delve more deeply into the civilization's mysteries than ever before. Well, how so? But I know that look. In the event that you feel ill-equipped to contribute much on the subject of Allagan archaeology, I invite you to recall your encounter with the Ultima weapon. Now yeah, well, this was an Allagan weapon, wasn't it? That mechanical monstrosity represented a feat of engineering far beyond aught Garlemald can presently achieve. Nero Tol Scaver simply awoke it. I mention this by way of a reminder that you have had what one might term extensive first-hand experience with a notable Allagan relic. In short, you're practically an archaeologist. I love this. Am I now? I didn't realize it was so easy to get that qualification, you know, and be renowned and I thought I had to pay a lot of money arbitrarily into the university system in exchange for a certificate, right? And then I'd be an archaeologist. So I'll be a bit there. Now, to the core of the matter, here in Mordona, there stands an entire Allagan structure, which we have to investigate. I speak, of course, of the Crystal Tower. After witnessing the destructive capabilities of the Ultima weapon and the lesser moon, Dalamud, before it, it seems wise to treat any remnants from that era with the utmost caution. They must be analysed, monitored, and above all, kept from falling into the wrong hands. Yeah, I mean, look, guys, when we did that chapter in Encyclopedia Eorzea, I skipped over a huge chunk of it because there's just so many spoilers and stories related to them. There's loads of, and we're in it now. We're in one of them finally. But you've got the Ultima weapon and Dalamud already. They're very, very dangerous, insanely OP things. The Allagans were like on the top of their game, let me tell you. You could do a poll to see how many people are available. That's kind of a good idea, but on the other hand, I don't know actually when we'll unlock the first thing. And just because we get people for the first wing, we might not get people for the second. You know, we'll see what happens, all right? We'll see what happens when we get to it in a minute. After witnessing the destructive wait. Sorry, we already read that. To put it plain, I have no wish to see another megalomaniacal legatus wield one of these weapons. It was this thought which first moved me to contact the Sons and propose that the tower be explored. Now, you might be wondering, is this going to relate to Teleji Adeleji's ploy for Omega weapon? Remember that this story came out right with 2.1. So none of the Teleji Adeleji stuff had been revealed just yet. And that's very much main story. Oh my god, look, we're seeing the weather change right before our eyes here. The gloom is lifted. And it's just nighttime now. Oh my god. Arnvei says, is this teal or is it blue? I guess it's blue. And it doesn't count. Sorry. Thank you for the €2 though. So, alright, here we go. Big lore, big lore. For several millennia, the Crystal Tower remained hidden, buried deep underground. Let's turn it up a bit. But, like so many other things that were better left undisturbed, the structure was freed from its stony prison by the great upheaval which accompanied the coming of the 7th Umbral Era. It now stands revealed in all its splendor, a gleaming spear of crystal, pointed to the bosom of the heavens. Now, what this basically means is this tower wasn't here in 1.0. There was shit going on here, but there wasn't the Crystal Tower. As far as I know, because I didn't play 1.0, I would love to hear in the comments, in the live chat, anywhere, if the Crystal Tower definitely wasn't there in 1.0. I've seen a video of a guy exploring Silvertear Lake, and like I said to you guys, you can see them exploring it from the other side, and it's all kind of cool. But so far, I don't really think. Sorry, I'm getting so distracted because people are donating these things. Why did I do this? So look, the tower, I don't think they're in 1.0. What I'm interested in, though, what I'm particularly interested, and I don't know if we'll get an answer to this, was the Crystal Tower there for 2.0? Wait. What I mean by that is 2.0, pre-2.1. Like, when new players came in after the game was rebooted, and it was just launch, the season for want of a better phrase. The season wasn't out yet. The whole story with Garuda and Ifrit and Titan and the ultimate weapon, you explore everywhere. You do the whole lot, right? Could you see the tower there before 2.1? I'm infinitely curious about that. Did Square Enix already have it suddenly there in anticipation for this? Or did it only finally truly pop up here with 2.1? I don't know. I don't really know the answer to that. But it's an interesting thought to me on how they might have done this. Nightly Winter with the 50 SEK puts us closer to our goal immediately. Thank you. Says, Crystal Tower reminds me that I love how 14 does a lot of collabs with other games, not just Final Fantasies, like Nier and Monster Hunter. Yeah, the Monster Hunter collabs are really good because I played Monster Hunter World when it came out. I was really into it, and when I finally got to the collab in this game, I was like, oh shit, like, basically you fight Rathalos guys, and like they changed the rule set, like healing doesn't work, you get like the mega potions and stuff. I like that game a lot. I played a hammer. I was a hammer character. And what I loved to do was slide down slopes and jump, and you do this crazy spinning attack that can do like, you know, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hits over and over and over again. But the only problem was they were all like mounted attacks, so you'd always end up mounting the monster. And I was always playing it co-op, and everyone I was playing it co-op with hated me doing that. No one ever liked me mounting the mob. But it was like, that was the easiest way to do damage on that build. There's a specific monster, Kirin, that you fight, and it's right near this huge slope. And I just love doing that shit over and over and over again. It was awesome. If I play Wilds, because Wilds is out, what, in the new year? I'll probably play Hammer again. I really loved gearing up on that. It was awesome. Okay, Anve says, or is this teal, or is it green? I think the first one is bluish and this one is greenish. Yeah, I think that's teal. You progressed it that time. Yeah. Sort your playlist for 14. It's reversed. You know what? I was told about that a while ago. Yeah, I should do that. PS 14 is the only game that helps me with insomnia. Oh, God. Oh, that makes me think I'm doing a boring show. You should have told me that. Oh, you played the Wilds beta. I haven't done that. Oh, yeah, a Let's Play. These are such big games, guys. Do you know what I really want to Let's Play next? Should I say this? In Sleepy Delirium. I shouldn't announce things. No, I'm not gonna say it, because I might not do it. There's a game I really want to play, and I think it would be very fun, and it would be blind, and it would be kind of silly, but I think I'd get really into it. Anyway, okay, it's a gleaming spear of crystal. Sorry, what a sidetrack that was. A gleaming spear of crystal pointed at the bosom of the heavens. Now, there's two things I really want to draw attention to. First, bosom teehee. Second, the gleaming spear. This might strike you as like an aetheryte. Like a really, really big aetheryte. And I think that might be relevant eventually. I don't know. I'm going to say this, and then we're going to have a mountain of story, and you won't remember that I've said this. So it'll be a nice little tee-hee, maybe. Or I'm completely off track. But I don't think that's a coincidence. I may have forgotten some minor lines later. I think WP should have less sleep and even more games. Oh Lord, I should have set that goal up as I'll keep playing really long. Guys, honestly, I'm so tired. I am unbelievably tired at the moment, and I feel awful because I have this thing. I'm really trying to eat healthier, right? And I was on quite a streak, but today I've eaten crisps and egg mayo rolls and cheesecake. Whenever I get tired, too tired, I get like snacky. And so I've just, the true regret will come tomorrow. We believe the tower to be the repository. What did he do? He threw a stone at it and there was a force field or something. We believe the tower to be the repository of much of the ancients' wisdom. Unfortunately, its entrance is guarded by formidable defenses, and we cannot so much as peep through the keyhole, much less set foot inside. So you can kind of see, look, very simple to see what this story is going to be. It's getting in and exploring the tower. There you go. That's it in a nutshell. These defenses take the form of statues carved into the likeness of giant swordsmen. The 8 Sentinels, as the Suns want to call them, is the first barrier we must overcome. Oh shit, this is a reference to one of the Pixel games, isn't it? I can't remember, I should have looked this up. This labyrinth on the outside, it's not a 6 thing, is it? I can't remember. Why not simply fly over to them in an airship, you ask? It's been tried before. Any vessel that ventures too close to the tower is blasted out of the air. We either destroy those statues, or the front door is forever beyond our reach. So yeah, I think I do like 4 quests disabling these statues. My colleagues and I are ill-suited to negotiating such deadly hazards. Thus, if we are to gain access to the tower's secrets, we must needs employ the services of an experienced adventurer. It will be difficult and dangerous, Tremor, but I can think of no finer man for the task. Thank you. Yeah, I'll help you out. I want to play White Mage. I was going to say Monk there. That was weird. White Mage is especially weird because there's no Monk in Guild Wars 2, so that's Guild Wars 1 infecting me there. And the monk there is a Monk in this game, which I play a lot of. If I didn't know better, I'd say you had a taste for these deadly escapades. I look forward to working with you again. There's much and more to be done before we can begin the expedition proper. Take some time to prepare yourself, and I shall explain the challenges that lie ahead. Okay, sure. Speaking of Guild Wars 1, I was on the Guild Wars 1 subreddit earlier. There are some people that managed to clear Napui Quarter, or Napui Quarter, however we say it, which is this huge mission. It's like a 40-minute long mission where you stand around for like 10 minutes at a time while like hordes of afflicted attack you. It's a 16-man mission split over 2 parties, the foreign and the local quarter, and you're in the bowels of the city, and there's like 4 times you have to stop and just do these massive wave assaults. It's like this impossibly long mission, and some people have posted a speed run of it on Guild Wars 1 at the moment, on the Guild Wars 1 subreddit, where they use like flesh golems to clip through walls and skip all the wave assaults. It's insane. And then they've got just like a couple of guys by the end, like a dervish using Vow of Silence or something, to try and wipe the last group out. It's amazing. It's so cool. Really blew my mind. Our first objective is to reach the entrance of the Crystal Tower. As I previously mentioned, however, that will prove no easy task. The entrance is guarded by powerful defense mechanisms, each utilizing one of the 4 elements of fire, water, wind, or earth. Anyone attempting to simply stroll past these unsleeping sentinels invites swift obliteration. Based on Master Garland's analyses, however, we are reasonably certain that the attacks of these lethal contraptions can be reflected using a crystal of the corresponding element. Naturally, these crystals must be of surpassing clarity, free of the slightest impurities, much like the flawless specimens used by the Beastmen in their primal summoning rituals. Mayhap I should have said exactly like the specimens they use. Were there any other way, we would not ask this of you, but we need someone to enter the Beast Tribe's strongholds and liberate their perfect crystals. For the moment, I would have you focus on obtaining 2 of the 4 crystals we require. Pray make for Lanosia, where both the Sapsa spawning ground and the Ugamaru mines are located. You may be certain the materials used in the Beastman's sacred rituals will be well defended. Whether you choose to venture there alone or with companions, I shall leave to your discretion. But whatever you do, please be careful. You know, you can always tell when there's just basically busy work dialogue going on. That was it there. Right, yeah, okay, so... Oh, I don't get a quest underneath my MSQ. I have to, like, manually go through here. What quest do we actually have here? Legacy of Allag. This is clearly the one that we want. The Ultimate Ballads. World of Wonder. Oh, that was one of the gold saucer things. What was this one? Oh, that's the Guru... No, it's not. I have no idea what that is. After relaying to you the news of an attack by an Ixali war balloon, Lieutenant Scarlet requests you lend strength at the spire in the North Shroud. I don't know what that unlocks. Okay, so we got 2 things. We can survey the designated location in the mines, or survey the designated location in the spawning grounds. Let's do the mines first. So this is very much like what the relic weapon grind kind of feels like. Oh, speaking of Guild Wars 1 as well, did I talk about this on a video already? I'm sorry if I did. There was the craziest post on the subreddit the other day. There was some guy. I don't follow Dota. I think it was... Oh, God, I'm going to make heavy citation needed with all of this. I think there was like a Dota World Cup that just happened. And you know the kind of people that are going to be participating in those. They're going to be young. They're going to be fresh. They're going to have big brains. You know, they're going to be working their ass off. Some huge Dota tournament happened. I think it was like the World Tournament, whatever it is. Oh, God. Describing this so badly. Anyway, some guy won it, and he like disappeared. My understanding is he disappeared from the internet for a little while he went traveling, because it was like, okay, finally I can stop practicing. I've won. Our team's won. He comes back, and he's basically a celebrity, right? So people are interviewing him. There's this clip of him being interviewed. You know, it's one of these esports things, I think, where they're like wearing suits and stuff, and he's on the big screen, and the guy's like, "Oh, what did you do when you went traveling? What did you do as soon as you won? How did you begin your leisure?" And the guy said, and I'm telling you guys, this was like a week ago. The guy says to the camera, he says, "I just chilled out. Before I went traveling, I took 1 week, and I played Guild Wars 1. I just grinded in Guild Wars 1 for like a week straight." How insane is that? I looked at that. I was like, what? Now, that's some longevity right there. I love that. I can't believe that, like, really, really talented people winning fucking Dota tournaments are in their downtime going to grind in, what, a 20-year-old game now? Oh, my God. It felt like Guild Wars 1 was relevant again for the briefest of moments there. I saw that on Reddit. That was like last week I saw that. Maybe I've messed this up a little bit. In the retelling, but wow, what a story! Loved that. Oh God, we had another contribution here. It's Rocker. Thank you, dude. You might be one of the first. This blows my mind, but you might be one of the first people to get a gold spike. You've got 3 silvers. How long until it goes gold? Anyway, first-person gaming. Let's go. We can still get this done for the AR, the Alliance raid. Oh God, yeah. It occurs to me that guys, the Alliance raids are beautiful in this game. They are the environments are stellar. They're really cool. And I kind of feel weird right now, like I'm going to be first-personing it, which is, it's either going to improve the sense of scale and make it bigger and better and cooler, or it's going to ruin it completely. I don't know which way we're going to fall. I really don't. Well, so there you go. That was one thing done. Okay, now we go this way now. Don't really go very deep into the mines, do we? But we do it a little. We do go a little bit. That's badass. You love that people still love Guild Wars 1. Yeah, and you know, it's not the audience. I mean, I just have this perspective that everyone that's into that game has to be in their 30s, you know? Surely, right? Because, like, I can't imagine new people going there. I just can't. I mean, and it's true that they don't in general, but here was a guy that did it. It was really cool. It's just, I think I'm in a weird, you know, I mentioned I've been watching old Let's Plays and stuff. I mentioned on Discord earlier that I'm just basically doom spiraling. I've been reading like shitloads of old drama from old YouTube channels and old happenings from like the years 2014 to like 2017, 18, 19, which I guess is a long time ago now. And it's just making me realize how much time really has passed. It is crazy. And it made I got, oh God, how sappy do I get? It's really cool, and I really appreciate that, you know, I'm still able to do this job, and you guys are watching, and we've been going steady all this time, and you know, like, I think in a lot of ways the world has moved forwards without me really thinking about it, or more than I expected it to, or something. And it just makes me feel really appreciative of what I have, and you know, like, I don't know what I'm saying. These are just the sleep-deprived ramblings of a madman. Guild Wars 1 has held up pretty well. Well, yeah, I mean, it naturally will, because it's in a genre all of its own, right? If you want that experience, there's one place you can get it. To a lesser extent, some other games give it to you in a piece here or there. Of course, the other big topic at the moment is Dragon Age, the new Dragon Age release. Unfortunately, the game does look really mediocre. It looks really corporate, very bland. One of these products that, you know, a lot of money got spent on it, so it has to play it very, very safe. It has to have a very specific art style. It has to appeal to a new generation of players. And where it used to be kind of a gritty, dark fantasy, it doesn't really look like there's any of that going on anymore. I thought I had 2 objectives. I so do, right? But that's just a bad bladder. Just map. Oh, okay, well, whatever. We'll just hand this in and then maybe it'll give us the other objective. Maybe the point is I can't do both separately or something. Might be a bit weird plotting of this here. Carrie's playing Dragon Age at the moment. She says that some of the side quests are really good. But the main story has been a bit boring and the game's probably a bit too long for how simple the combat is. But I'm still interested in going back to some of the earlier entries. Because it does sound badass, some of the stuff that they've written. Oh, it's John. John, you really don't have to do 2 in one day. AWP, I was just thinking you could do a small 1 or 2 episode series of WP Let's Try, where you just try the new games that come out, just so that you do not miss the hype. Not full playthroughs. Like a first impression series. I mean, I like that idea. Well, hold on. Let's speak to him first. We can ramble more on our next adventure, on our next step. How progress my efforts in infiltrating the Beastman strongholds? Well, oh wait, we got them both. How tired am I? What? I don't remember doing the Sahagin one. Did we do a Sahagin one? Oh, I do. Oh, we were running so. Oh, yeah. So these are the famed flawless crystals of the beast tribes. I've seen countless specimens from I know not how many excavations, but nothing to compare to these. Their purity is astounding. You've done well. With these in our possession, we lack only the crystals of fire and wind. The former lies in Zarahak, at the war camp of the Maldra in Thanalan, and the latter in Natalan, the roost of the Exile in the hills of Kurthus. You can expect them to be as closely guarded as the first 2, if not more so. Still, I look forward to receiving word of your resounding success. Yeah, I swear this is like FF3 or something? 3 basically has this. Gather some crystals to get your way through a labyrinth or something. One of the early Pixel games. There's a lot of weird references. We're actually going to get a reference to Valifor very soon as well from 10, which will be very, very cool. But that'll take a little while. So, yeah, the whole, like, let's try thing. I like the idea. It's just, for me, a lot of what I do, it's like, I think about who's already watching. And would they actually be interested in my opinion on X? I don't take it for granted that people would want my opinion on any fucking genre, any game, because that's not how I treat YouTubers I watch. The way I treat YouTubers, and so naturally I tend to think everybody does this, which is probably totally wrong. But the way that I treat a lot of YouTubers that I watch is I find them for one specific game, and it's very, very rare that I actually break out of that one game and I start watching them for other stuff. And I think there are certain strategies you can use, like the thumbnail, the end slates at the end of videos. If they actually properly like show, like an episode of Zeus with commentary and stuff, more people will probably be curious and click over. So that's why, as much as I'm like tethered to Guild Wars in some ways, I'm not bitter or angry about that. I think it would be very easy to get caught up and get upset about something like that, but I get, it's sort of human nature to me. I get people being that way. Where are we going now? Okay, Thanalan, right, over to the Allag. So I don't take it for granted people will just watch me doing any old random crap. What I think I would rather do is like stage it out, right? So people like me for Guild Wars, well, maybe they'll be interested in, if not the exact same franchise, the same genre. What about MMOs? And that's kind of the thought right here. If you like me covering one MMO, maybe you like me playing another MMO. And that's my thinking with ESO as well. ESO, of course, has the added benefit of me covering the other games on the channel, which this had the added benefit of as well. I covered other Final Fantasies on the channel. So, those feel like natural progressions. I feel like if I do that with enough things, then eventually, yeah, people might just be interested in general opinions, and a sort of a first impressions thing might be a good idea. But I feel like I'm a long way away from, and I'd like to do it, I would, but I feel like I'm a long way away from that. Because, I do cover so few franchises. I mean, what else have we even got on there at the moment? Maybe City Builders is a new thing we can start looking at. Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider, I've got to watch the anime. I've heard a massive spoiler about the anime on that now, by the way. Well, massive spoiler, I don't know. It's about a certain animal that she fights at one point. But yeah, so look, I like the idea. And by the way, I don't even know. People might not even remember this. I have projects on my channel where I used to do stuff like that. I used to look at, like, every day they used to have a really heavily discounted game on Steam, and I have a series on my channel that was doing that. I was doing, like, variety first impression stuff based on whatever the really cheap game was on Steam. And it wasn't a very rewarding thing to make back then, and no one was really interested in watching it. And, you know, a lot of, like, ideas and things that I've pursued like that over the years have really burnt me out, to be honest. So I want to be careful to not burn out on any level. Of course, I did a bunch of stuff like that as well with Matt, and then we had it over on the other channel, and then there was a question of will people ever go click the other channel? And... But yeah, we watch for the personality, but the new game hype is good to attract new viewers. Yeah, you're right. I mean, discoverability is a huge thing. Sorry, if this is boring conversation, I don't know. Yeah, discoverability is a huge thing. I mean, as soon as this project is over, we've only got a couple of episodes. As soon as this is over, I'm going to start doing premieres at the very least for this. But yeah, you're right. Actually covering new shit, not, you know, city builders from 2000 is important. What I'm probably going to do, you know, we're in November now, which blows my mind, but in 2 months, you know, the year will be over. What I'll probably do is another channel update, and I'm going to reflect on the year. In fact, I already know a lot of things that I want to say in that. I'm going to reflect on the year, how it went, and I'll tell you my plans going forwards. Because, yeah, I do think I've been a little bit slow, I guess, or a little bit conservative in ideas for a while now. Anyway, Gemma, it's good to see you. Tell me, were you able to obtain the remaining crystals? I was. You know, it's funny, I remember this taking forever, but this doesn't take long at all. Wonderful. With all 4 crystals, we're now ready to proceed to the next stage of the preparations. I hope I didn't give you the impression that we've been embarking on our journey to the tower just yet. Alas, there is another step which must be completed ere we come to that. While the crystals you acquired are indeed flawless, they're of little use to us in their present form. If they're to reflect the elemental forces of the tower's defenses, they must needs be cut and to be polished. A process which calls for a very particular set of materials. Procuring them will be a challenge in itself, I fear. Needless to say, we'll be requiring your services once again. Raid 5 Dark Matter. Okay. So what do we got to do to cut these crystals? He wishes to proceed with shaping them. If the flawless crystals you procured for us are to retain their elemental purity during the shaping process, a very specific of abrasive substances will be required. Well, I say substances, but one might as well just call them one substance, namely aether sand, which has 4 elementally aspected varieties. Alas, aether sand is neither common nor cheap. Indeed, it is unusual for the abrasive to exceed the value of the precious stones it is used to polish. Given the rarity of the materials in question, the Goldsmiths Guild in Uldar seemed the likeliest place to purchase the quantity we require. When I contacted the Guildmaster, however, I was informed that no aether sand was currently available, though I requested that word be sent as soon as new stock came in. I have yet to receive aught but apologies. I should mention at this point that I placed the order sometime before you procured the flawless crystals. I'm well aware that acquiring aether sand is no small feat, of course, and I'm not an impatient man. But I fear the more we delay our investigation, the greater the risk that the tower's secrets may fall into the hands of other, less savoury parties. That's why I wish to entrust you with the payment of our purchase, and send you to speak directly with the Guildmaster, Serendipity. Her name is Serendipity? Her? Why do I think that's a she? Mayhap the presence of such a distinguished personage will spur the guild into action. In any event, it's my hope that when we next meet, you will have found at least one of the 4 varieties of aether sand we require. It's funny, this storyline I've done more than any other storyline in this entire game, because I did it when I first joined, got burned out, stopped playing for a year, came back, did the Twitch series, replayed it then, and here I am a 3rd time now. So I've done content on it before. This is my 2nd time doing content on it. And I've played it just on my own as well. So you'd think I'd remember a little bit about it, but no. Barely anything. So let's see here. Speaking about doom spiraling on the internet, by the way, of course, today is the American election. I'll say that for, well, not the, yeah, it is, isn't it? They're voting today, I'm pretty sure. I mean, Reddit is just, it's nigh unnavigable today. Like, you cannot, you best have some good curated personal subreddits, like about, you know, plant enthusiasm or whatever. Because Jesus Christ, browsing by popular at the moment it's insane. It's completely mental. It also happens to be Guy Fawkes today. Remember, the 5th of November. Gunpowder, toil and plot. How does it go? Someone type it to me, I'll sing it. Master Dubois, welcome. What brings you here, may I ask? Look, I got a lot of money. This is a hefty sack of gil, and it's been promised to your guild in exchange for available Aether Sand. You're here on behalf of the Sons of St. Koinek? What fortunate timing! I was just about to contact Master Rambrose with the news that we finally managed to acquire a quantity of fire-aspected Aether Sand. I'm afraid it may be some time before we can supply the other 3 varieties, but you're welcome to settle accounts for that which we owe now. Pray speak with Jemima over the... I do beg your pardon. It seems she's assisting another customer. It's funny, the Goldsmith Guild's had quite a few looks into the main story here. Oh my god, it's Biggs! Come on, there must be something you can do. Without that sand, we'll have to rethink our whole design. I sympathise with your plight, sir, but as I explained, the Aether Sand in question is already spoken for. If you'd like to reserve the next shipment, then I would be happy to accept the funds you've offered as partial payment. Partial? Are you saying it's not enough? I'm already stretching our research budget as it is. I suppose a man can do without a midday meal for a year or 2. No lunches for a year or 2. Well, that'll get you trim, Biggs. Tremor, it's been too long. What brings you here, then? Got your eye on something expensive, have you? Oh, the same thing you have, actually. And surely you know that... But Sid is hanging around the St. Koinek's find. Well, now, that is quite a money pouch. The sound of so many gil clinking together is strangely satisfying, is it not? Calming and yet invigorating at the same time. Oh my god, she's like Gollum with the ring. Oh no, you're here for the blooming Aether Sand, aren't you? Yeah, but we're a team, aren't we? Surely we're a team. Well, I can't deny the Allag civilization's a subject worth researching. The chief said he was looking into something big, but we never thought to ask him about what. Wedge and I have been too busy tinkering with a new airship design to think of much else, see? Well, I say tinkering, wrestling would be more like it. Still, after the wringing of hands and gnashing of teeth, we've managed to put together a prototype, crystal-powered propulsion system. See, again, you got to remember, in a normal FF, when you hit endgame, you have control of the airship. And yet, in this game, as an MMO, that's not the case, so they kind of... They're hand-waving it here, and it's like, oh, the airship's doing this, you know, it's not under our control. And remember, with the live letter, sorry, the Fan Fest, forget the difference between them, with the Fan Fest that they did in London with 2.4, and they announced Heavensward, it was on the billing, it was on the feature list that airship travel was going to be a big thing for Final Fantasy XIV at that point. Of course, they just meant mounts. They could have done it bigger and better. I'm sure if I was playing this game the whole time, I would have been sitting there lamenting that, just as I lament that ArenaNet didn't do even more with mounts, even though their version of mounts is obviously incredible. We got the idea for it when we heard how you lot had used a corrupted crystal on board the Enterprise, as a matter of fact. Anyway, to cut a long story short, our design calls for all 4 varieties of Aether Sand. And that's why I can't just relinquish my claim on this batch here. Even for you, lad, but what about Sid? How are we meant to usher in a brave new age of technological innovation, if not by technologically innovating, eh? While I hesitate to interrupt such an impassioned speech, duty compels me to point out that this gentleman is a representative of the organization that reserved the Aether Sand in question, to mention nothing of the fact that his purse is considerably larger than yours. Oh, it's like that, is it? Alright, this batch is yours, I'll let you have it, but if you're going to take my sand, it's only fair that you grant me a role in this project of yours. I'll tell there's a yes. It's not every day you get a chance to experiment with the wonders of the ancients. With any luck, they'll inspire me to think up another technological innovation or 2. I would have thought that, because Sid's doing stuff here, he would be, but I guess they have their own personal lives, they're not just his lackeys. Oh, that's funny, I could speak to her to become a member of the guild. Now then, from what you've told me, I'm guessing you'll be needing the other 3 varieties of elementally aspected Aether Sand as well, right? then rather than sitting on your rump waiting for a shipment that may never come, I reckon your time would be better spent looking for the stuff yourself. And it just so happens I know of a good place to start. There is said to be a peddler in northern Thanalan who very occasionally handles the earth-aspected variety of aether sand. Wedge is in the process of confirming the rumour as we speak. I know what you're thinking. When did my timid little friend decide he didn't need me to hold his hand anymore? The answer being, just the other day. It seems he's been inspired by a certain adventurer's heroic example. There's so much stuff in this patch series about how we inspire everyone. I thought he was joking when he volunteered to go to Thanalan without me. I just hope he manages to stay out of trouble. Head out to Blue Fog, and you should find him poking around with his new bodyguard. Oh, did I not mention her? Wedge thought it might be wise to hire an adventurer to accompany him, just in case your heroic example turned out to be less inspiring than he first thought. Haha. Alright. Yeah, I remember this taking a while. And I guess it's the Aether Sand bit that I remember taking a while. So Northern Thanalan, over to Highbridge, I guess, which is the location of one of the jumping puzzles in the Gold Saucer. And I'd love to go back there. In fact, we're on our home world at the moment, which means I can enter the Cactpot. I don't know how amazing that content would be to watch. See, now that I think about it, maybe not that fascinating. What's going on, guys? Save your greetings. If you're looking for a hired blade, then you'll have to look elsewhere. After the day I've had, the only company I crave is the squat, silent type. The type that has a handle and holds no less than a pint of ale. Huh? You wish to hear my tale? I warn you, 'tis no stirring epic. But as you asked, my employer, a Lalafelian lad... Oh, it's not Lalafelian, it's Lalafelin. Oh shit, there was a word that I realised I've been pronouncing wrong this whole time. Oh, Mogulmog. We already talked about that. I wish to pay a visit to a peddler who deals in some manner of special sand. I forget what it was called, but it's apparently worth a small fortune. Anyway, when we arrived, the man claimed his stock had been stolen by bandits. Determined not to return empty-handed, we crept into the bandits' stronghold and set about locating the stolen goods. Long story short, alarms were raised, rogues were woken, and we fled in a blind panic. I was separated from my employer in the confusion, and I've not seen him since. Huh? Oh, friend of yours, is he? God, wait, this was Wedge? Then you best be prepared for the worst. 'Tis just possible the poor sod may yet be lost in the old Amangina mithril mine, but I fear the bandits will have caught up with him by now. Oh, God. Oh, it would be crazy if that turned into a dungeon, right? If he's still alive, your Lalafelin friend will probably be hiding somewhere inside the abandoned mithril mine where the bandits make their lair. You'll not catch me going anywhere near the place, though. I barely escaped with my life as it was. Great. So Wedge hired absolutely useless allies here. Oh, it feels like a bit of a shame to be flying around here. Maybe I shouldn't do this. Sorry, did we have another donation here? Oh my God, we did. Leffy says, I already watch you for your opinions on random games, and basically everything you have your mind on, I discovered Lost thanks because of you. Yeah, look, maybe you guys are right. Maybe I just need to open up a little bit more. That's probably a good idea. And yeah, we can talk about more stuff. I do have a rather lengthy list of things I'd like to transition into and talk to you guys about and do things with. It's just, you know, I want to... This year for me has been more of a finish outstanding stuff year. You've seen 3 projects, this being one of them. There's a couple more. And once that overhead's done, you know, I think I'll start thinking a bit more liberally about other things that we want to do and where we want to go and how we want to handle different things. I was going to say something. I've forgotten it. Dude, October flew by. It felt like just 1 week or something. Yeah, it's gone quick for me. I remember it being like the 6th and doing one of these episodes. It feels like the first Jamthier Wilds patch is coming out blindingly fast to me. But then I've got to remember, you know, we covered it for a month when it came out. And now we've covered this for a month. So that's 2 months already. And they do a release every quarter, right? So, you know, the time stacks up quick. You're happy to have my stream today? Oh, what? Because you can avoid the election madness. Yeah, I mean, Jesus, over there it's... I mean, in a lot of ways, I would say it's good for everyone to be so engaged in democracy and for it to be... But, I mean, people treat it like sports, and it's... I mean, it is crazy. The hysteria is right up there. What am I doing here? Getting weird flashbacks to the Twitch series here. I feel like I got stuck here. This doesn't count as stuck, by the way. I'm not stuck unless it's at least, 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6. Let's just turn our regular thing on. Rescue Wedge from the mine. He's here somewhere. 7, 6, 5, 4. There must be a door that opens. Is it this door? 4. We're getting a hint here from our friend on the chocobo. 5, 4. Yes, I know I'm cheating with the counting here. Oh, he's just in here. There you go. No, I made it in time. Not stuck. See? Easy. Oh my lord, the cat on us. That's amazing. The gaily kitten. Galley kitten. How can I be so stupid? Sneaking into a bandit's lair? It's not just the sort of thing I do, and now I'm going to die for it. No, I just need to calm down. I can do this. I can be brave. I'm going to stand up, and I'm going to walk out of it. Here we go. Dude, I'm not going to lie. That was some good Lalafell voice acting. Oh, I wish he'd bumped into us. Yeah! I'm sorry. Please don't kill me. I promise I'll leave and I'll never come back. Hi. Tremor! Is it really you? But how did you find me? Can you smell fear? I need to do more voices. Actually, ignore that smell. Oh, Wedge. Is that really you? But how did you find me? Can you smell fear? Actually, ignore that smell. I expect you're wondering why I'm here. What are we saying he's done here? Has he crapped himself? Well, I was just in the process of retrieving some stolen aether sand, which Biggs and I need for our research, as it happens. It was, I concede, perhaps a touch foolish and very near fatal, but I did succeed in snatching the stuff before my bodyguard ran away and several dozen bandits came piling after me with knives and axes and what looked very much like a plank with a rusty nail in it. Yeah, anyway, the important thing is that the stolen aether sand is right here in my... Oh dear. It must have fallen out when I was, taking evasive maneuvers. It seems I won't be leaving this infernal place for a while yet. Great, you dropped it. Alright guys, I have to say... Yeah, I'll find it in your stead. There's not going to be a Coke sound effect today. First, because I'm drinking Sprite. Second, the bandits don't care much for visitors. Second, because I had already opened a can and then realised I could record. I wasn't expecting to be able to record until much later this evening, to be honest, which is why I'd said on Discord at least an hour. Did I say at least? No, was it at least an hour late? But then I kind of got done a lot quicker, so we didn't have to wait that long. So I just very quickly made a coffee, but that means I kind of had 2 drinks on the go. So there is no tab pulling here. I just want you to know that this is the first sip. Sponsored by who sells Sprite? It's probably all the same company, isn't it? It's probably all just Coke. The Coke company. It's like how most chocolate bars are all no matter which one you buy, the money's going to go in the pockets of the same guys. Tremor, have you had any luck? Yeah, that was one of the most basic quests I've ever seen. These grains of sand were refined from an earth-cradled ore of incredible rarity and hardness. There you go. Yes, that's it. We must return to the workshop at once and tell Biggs the wonderful news. What's that? You're also on a mission to collect aether sand? And you're working with the chief? A treasure trove of Allag knowledge, you say? I see. Then you should be the only one to have this. Biggs and I are far from exhausting all possible avenues of airship innovation. But it sounds as if your problem can't be solved by any other means. This expedition of yours sounds jolly interesting. I must say I'm half inclined to join you. In fact, I think I will. Any venture worth the chief's time must be worth a look. Right. I'm more than ready to leave this awful place behind, and you should return to Mordona with that aether sand before there are any more little mishaps. Be sure to keep a close eye on your pockets, Tremor. Will do. There you go. So is that it? That still feels a little short. There might be one more quest now before we actually get in to the Alliance raid. Oh shit, we hit our goal. I didn't even realise. Oh my god, it's because I've been scrolled up. Oh god, okay, wait. Let me just see here. I don't want to have missed anything. Sorry, Tannhauser G. Oh, I'll tell you what, guys. No irony at all. This goal thing's amazing, isn't it? Holy shit. I should try to find a good goal for each episode. That would be amazing. New topics, politics and religion. Yeah, well, shoot me your questions. That was one. And then the other one's from Calzard, who says, first person, let's go. Also, can I still buy Janthea Wilds through your link or referral code? Yes, you can. And look, guys, it doesn't change. It's the same thing. So, like, in 6 months, if you want to buy the next Mini X pack, the same link. You just click that link. It doesn't... I don't get a new or different one each time. If you want to buy Heart of Thorns, if you want to buy anything, it's that same link. And what I'm hoping as well, I really want this Janthea Wild patch to be good. Because, because Janthea Wilds itself, I really didn't cover much. And I didn't want to push that link. It would have been dishonest. I wasn't feeling it. I didn't know if it would be value for money and all that. I couldn't do it. But now, Janthea Wilds ended up so good. It's really good. And if the next 3 patches are also good, if we don't end up having these kind of duds like Secrets of the Obscure does, then that's going to be so good. Next year, I'll be able to honestly actually push a link and, do it ethically and all that, which will be excellent. Right, okay, so I guess we're doing it first person here. Oh, God, what is first person on a mount like? Oh, it's like this. Do I have an FOV slider for first person? I don't think there is an FOV slider in this game, is there? No, there's not. There's an add-on called Cami, but it's very, like, sneered on and looked down upon because you can, like, zoom out more and see more, and people used it to cheat in an ultimate or something, and they had their world first taken away, and there was lots of high-stake nerd drama about that this at the start of this year, sometime around February, I think. So I don't think we can... I think this is it. Oh, God. Have I ruined this? But if it's ruined, I'll say we'll just go watch the Twitch run. Yeah? We'll watch it together. Ah, Tremor, you've returned. I take it from your presence that you were successful in procuring some Aether Sand. Tell me, which variety did you find? I found 2 of them, Fire and Earth. Oh, so we've probably got to get 2 more, right? The Wind and Lightning. I see, 2 varieties. Well, that's 2 more than could reasonably be expected, and 2 less than I had hoped you would say. Forgive my flippancy, you've done well. Truly, if all goes according to plan, we need no longer fear death by earth or fire. Master Garland, if you would be so kind as to prepare the relevant crystals. I shall set to work immediately. Truth be told, I'm voicing these guys exactly the same. I've been looking forward to this. One does not encounter materials like these every day. Speaking of which, how in the 7 hells did you find them? Mistake me not, old friend. I know only too well how capable you are, but Aether Sand isn't something you simply find gathering dust at the back of a merchant's rare gem cabinet. You had help from Biggs and Wedge? Yeah, why aren't you guys hanging out? Ha! Trust them to design a revolutionary new engine the moment I turn my back. How's a genius meant to rest on his laurels when his employees are so damn inventive, eh? And now they're determined to join us, are they? Typical. Wow, he doesn't seem happy. Man, they like you. I jest. Of course, it will be good to have them around. Still, as a matter of professional pride, let us endeavour to procure the 2 remaining varieties of Aether Sand before they arrive, shall we? Tell me, Rambros, have we any information where the water and wind aspect... Oh, it was water and wind. Not as of yet, but I've made certain arrangements. We shall soon see if my efforts have borne fruit. Forgive me for observing, but you seem less enthusiastic about that prospect. If there's a complication, I'd rather we discuss it now than risk jeopardising the expedition. Alright, maybe an expedition is in order. But first, let us savour the preliminary victory that Tremor has won for our cause, if only for a moment. Okay, let's savour, everybody. Some nice nods. Savour it. Give me some good victory music. Oh, there you go. The fanfare. Beautiful. I got a lot more into music the past few days. You guys know I said that it had been like 2 months and I hadn't listened to a single song. And I listened to that Weezer track. Oh my god, I've been listening to... This is a bit melancholic and a bit morose, okay? But I do quite like a lot of artists like this. I've been listening to Bon Iver. A lot of Bon Iver. I haven't listened to Bon Iver for maybe 5 years. I sort of rediscovered them because someone was playing I think one of their songs is called Wash or something, and it was like a background of like a TikTok video of like a girl walking her dog or something. And I like a lot of Bon Iver songs. Skinny Love is like a big classic. But they have an album title that I think is genuinely one of the best album titles I've ever heard. The whole album is kind of very sad, and it's longing, and it's kind of haunting, and like I say, melancholic. And kind of remembering like past traumas and emotions and things. And and this all sounds incredibly lame to just say it out loud, but you know how an album can capture you and it will put you in a certain spirit, a certain tone, a certain idea. They named the album For Emma, like as if you're writing a letter to someone. For Emma, comma, forever ago. And it's just it really captures the spirit of all the songs that are on it. It's like it just makes you think of long lost people that are a part of your lives, old loves, old flames or whatever, and just how certain events, I guess it depends how old you are, just feel like they've completely melted away into the distant past. And here's someone writing to those events and to those ideas and to those moments. I think the band did an album about whether Emma is actually a real person, and they say no, not really, it's more of a concept. But you know, it kind of ruins it. Yeah, I always find when I get really captured by a song or a lyric or something, if you end up looking it up online and hearing what the author think and was doing, it's nearly always disappointing. It's nearly ever as powerful as whatever your imagination and emotion conjured up just listening to the music. I don't know whether anyone else feels that way, but like I'm a big believer in the death of the author when it comes to music, more so than any other media. But yeah, I wasn't too disappointed with that. But I love that album title, For Emma, Forever Ago. Almost like there's no point even saying or thinking about it now, but we're going to. It's really good. Anyway, sorry, Rambros. Yes. I must speak of the arrangements I made to acquire the 2 remaining varieties of Aether Sand. Some days ago, I asked a Charlian acquaintance of mine to travel to Gridania and there gather the necessary materials. Since that time, however, I have heard nary a whisper from him. Now, I have to be honest, guys. I always get confused about the students of Baldizian, the guys here at St. Koinux, and just Charlians in general. These guys aren't students of Baldizian, are they? Can anyone set me right? Any FF14 lore nerds? These aren't students of Baldizian. Were they only on the Isle of Val with Kryl? These guys are just like Eorzean researchers, right? But they know a Charlian at least, I guess. Since that time, I've heard nary a whisper. To be frank, this lack of communication is not entirely uncharacteristic. But I cannot discount the possibility that something ill has befallen the man. Alas, we do not have time to investigate his fate. As I've mentioned before, the more we delay our expedition, the more likely it is that the Crystal Tower's secrets will fall into the wrong hands. Therefore, I would entrust you with the same mission I assigned to my friend. Travel to the Black Shroud, seek out Parsmontret. Do we pronounce that final T? The master of the markets in Gridania. If anyone knows where Aether Sand might be bought, it is he. Okay. I like how Rambros has just regular-ass quests for me here as well. I actually only recently did all of these on Macon, but I will say, this quest down here, Moon, Silver, and Me, this is like a really special quest. It has like a banner, like an artistic banner to it, and I assume big cutscenes and stuff. And I've held off on doing that on Macon, because I've been thinking I'll do it here on one of these episodes at some point. Macon's got so many random things that I should just do, but I'm not doing them because I'm like, oh, I should stream it. Alright, a performance for the ages, I guess. Let's head on over. They can listen to me playing the bass. Oh, shit, yeah, I'm supposed to be first person. Oh, I cheated. I'm sorry, guys. Oh, God. Alright, okay, yeah. How long were we talking to Rambros for there? Savouring the first person. Wait, how long ago did I stop? Whoopsie. The students of Baldizian are Endwalker content? Are they not Eureka content? I assume you mean at least 1 or 2 of them in Eureka. Hello, you. You've always been here, have you?
Yes, I'm sorry. Did you say you wish to purchase Aether Sand? My dear fellow, Have you the faintest idea of the rarity of the material you seek? Why, I have not seen so much as a grain of aether sand in these markets for many a long year. I could tell you where one might mine the ore, from which the water-aspected variety of the abrasive is derived, but only a desperate fool would willingly set foot in the place. You seem undeterred. Very well. Are you familiar with Earth's gift? That is where the core is to be found, in an area inhabited by a particularly pernicious hog. Should you encounter the betusked nightmare, you will know that you are in the right place, albeit at the wrong time. Farewell.
Alright. Oh, weird. What was that scratching sound? Oh, it's somebody doing a bit of crafting here. Crafty, crafty. And they have a wolf pup with a ribbon around it. Lovely. Yeah, it's a little populated here on Kraken, I guess. There's some people running around. Such a shame. You know, mega servers are awesome, really. I mean, what do you guys think? Mega servers, global player base, everyone can mix all the time. Or like this almost like arbitrary corralling of people into servers in order to have like server communities. I think in terms of like economy and trading post flipping and stuff like that, it's really nice to have independent individual communities. But also it feels a bit lonely on these quieter hours, you know, on a quiet server in a quiet hour. Oh, why are we not in first person? Fuck! Oh my god. My instinct, my muscle memory is just to instantly leave first person. Alright, I'm going. Here we go, look, it's first person. I'm sorry. People are going to want their money back. Mega servers are better than small communities. Yeah, I mean, I think in general I agree. I don't know, I'm posing that to you guys like it's a big question with a lot of interesting answers, but probably not right. Reminds you of guildies that don't log in all of a sudden, and you wonder sometimes years later if they're okay or they just quit or something else happened. Yeah, I see a lot of posts online. People talk about that, like with their console. You know, like they'll look at their Xbox 360 friends list, and it will be just a shit ton of people who haven't played for years and years and years and years. I mean, I can get that in Guild Wars 1. I go look at my guildies in Guild Wars 1, and yeah, you know, it's like 15 years ago since people logged in and stuff. And there is something a bit strange and haunting about that. I'll tell you, the weirdest feeling I ever had in an online game. This is kind of not really a very good story for this, but you guys know how I've played a lot of Fallout 76 this year. It's funny because I've tried that game multiple times, and I've bounced off that game multiple times. And usually, before this year, my only understanding of that was what big Reddit threads talked about it, which was that it was a bad game that nobody should play, and it was a failure of a game, essentially. And that they weren't even really making content for it, which isn't true, by the way, and blah, 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 blah. So I kind of viewed it as a bit of a ghost town. Now, they've got a seasonal event they do in it called Fastnacht Day, which I guess is like a Scandinavian... Is it Scandinavian? I think it's kind of like Christmas, but it's weird. And anyway, the in-game event for that is a robot parade, where you got like this little town in a random area of Fallout 76, and these robots wear these creepy masks, and they just dance with this weird creepy music in a big circle. They do like a parade around this little town. They do a bit of a circle. It takes maybe 5 minutes total to happen, 10 minutes. It's actually a really boring event, by the way, to grind, like ultra boring. But they run around and then they go back. And the idea is that all the players that are online at the time go and do it, and you can get like these really rare masks. Think of like a Guild Wars 2 infusion might drop, right? There are these rare shiny masks, or there's the non-shiny equivalents, which are less rare. So yeah, one of the times I bounced off of 76, I just had this really strong impression that it was a game nobody played. It was a game from like yesteryear. It was a failed game. No one was ever really online. And therefore I had this overwhelming impression of the product as like this quiet backwaters, like dead area of the internet, right? And I was wrong in all of this. I was totally wrong about all of this. But that game has mega servers, but it's very, very low player cap. It's not. It's very MMO-y, and I recommend the game. I really like the game. This most recent time I played it, I didn't bounce off of it, and I do think it's a good game. But they keep the player cap very low, so it can feel a bit lonely in there at the best of time. And so I came to it, though, I had this strong feeling that it was just this dead, quiet area of the internet that was probably going to get pulled offline at some point. And yet I went in and this event was going on, and it was these robots just like marching quietly in this circle. And I remember going there being like, this is fucking weird. Like, this should be a big event with a ton of players around, and like it's just me. And then I think eventually like another player came over, and like, maybe 2 other players. And usually you expect them to have like voice comms in that game and to talk, but they were completely silent because I don't think there's typing. They were just very, very silent, and they just kind of looked around, and it was just these players looking at these robots waiting for this parade to end. And I just felt so bizarre about the whole thing. I was like, whoa, like, who's playing this game? This is weird. I just had the strangest sensation about it. And I kind of get that feeling a little bit, you know, logging into any old game where it feels like it's past its due. And you know, there's a bunch of people on your friends list that aren't online anymore and stuff. Of course, it's a bad example of a story, because as profound as my feeling was at that point, I know now better that actually it's quite a popular game. A lot of people play it. It gets considerable updates, and you know, it's got a very good community. Every bit as big and good of a community as Guild Wars 2 has. I'll say that much. So yeah, it was kind of all based on ignorance, but I had a weird feeling from it, and I feel like I'd have that weird feeling with any number of old games that surely are very quiet now, but just somehow the server hasn't gone off. It's like how you can go to the website for Space Jam, you know, from like 1997 or something. It's still there, spacejam.com or whatever. Someone's still paying for and hosting that one website. Someone's also hosting that website. What were those crazy cultist guys that like mass suicided to try and get onto an alien airship when a comet was going over? Also in the 90s. Heaven's Gate? I think it's Heaven's Gate. I think one of the members of the Heaven's Gate cult, or a relation of them or something. I mean, that's a crazy story if you guys want a wild ride. Read about what happened with Heaven's Gate. Anyway, they're still hosting that website exactly as it was, which is really crazy. Anyway, why are we talking about Heaven's Gate? What's going on here? Greethrit is just staring at us like, dude, are you going to speak to me? Lieutenant Scarlet sent you, you say. Praise Nofika. Though I believe the worst of the danger is past, what few soldiers I command are both wounded and weary. 'Twas a well-placed shaft that was our salvation. A private's arrow managed to punch a hole clear through the balloon's air bladders, forcing the Exalite vessel to founder down into the trees. Ha-ha! You could hear the squawking from here. I must admit, however, to feeling a moment of dread at the thought that a war balloon slipping past and drifting over the city walls. Thank the gods and a certain private that such a fate did not come to pass. Nevertheless, we're in no shape to repel the Exile should they prove able to press the attack. Pray head north into Peace Garden and see what has become of their downed craft. Right. Okay, so the next sand... Oh, sorry. Oh, I'm learning. Look at that. See? Still in first person. Mounting. It's such a shame we don't see the model. One of the reasons I really want to play Elder Scrolls Online... One of the reasons... I'm really high-pitched about it. One of the reasons I really want to play Elder Scrolls Online is that I assume they have done a very well set up first person, given the nature of the main series. You know, I could probably see my weapons in first person and maybe even mount in first person. I'm pretty sure they have mounts, don't they? Because that's not something Guild Wars or this game really does. John, thank you very much, man. Congrats with the memberships, everybody, during the Heaven's Gate conversation. Let's talk about something a bit lighter. I have a movie I really want to watch. I'm not going to be able to watch it tonight because I'm going to go pass out very soon. But I saw a clip of Mean Girls earlier. I've never seen Mean Girls, but it was hilarious. It was a girl at like a dining table in a school cafeteria. And she picks up like this huge stick of butter. And she says, "Is butter a carb?" To which the other girl sitting next to her, like, looks for a second, looks a bit confused, and then she goes like, "Yeah." And I think the point is she's lying to her to trick her to gain weight or something. But the whole scene is just bizarre, and it really made me want to watch the movie because it's like 3 girls with like these tiny little salads on their plates and like Diet Cokes, and this other girl, it's like got just a mountain of like junk food. Like a normal Coke on her plate and everything. So it looks brilliant. And then they tell her that she's not allowed to wear sweatpants or something. It just looks really surreal. Maybe might not be some of your cup of tea, but it looked pretty good. Did you find the balloon? I did, yes. Here's the debris. You got the sand? Can you get the sand out for me, please? I'm not sure if this came from the birdsman's craft or it's part of another contraption entirely. There can, however, be no doubt it is of Ixali design. War balloons, such as the one you saw, were invented by the Exile to assert their dominance over the skies. These vessels allow them to avoid our ground-based patrols and infiltrate the Twelveswood with impunity. And the Beastmen use them not only for acts of war, but also to haul away the trees felled by their ever-expanding logging operations. 'Twas to combat this unwelcome, destructive presence that we built guard towers throughout the forest, though I imagine the Exile were quite displeased to find our borders thus reinforced. In fact, the primary purpose this day's attack may well have been the destruction of Etat's spire itself. I'm torn, Private. We must not weaken our defences here, but I would be certain our enemy does not lurk nearby, awaiting an opportunity for sabotage. I would ask you once more to visit the crash site and search the surroundings for any sign. Okay. No, I'm just going to be blunt, guys. This is all completely irrelevant busy work. This has nothing to do with any of the cool shit that is in the later expansion, or the Outlandish Man, or the Tower. This is pure ARR nonsense. And to be honest, I feel like they could have purged these quests. But they're literally connecting to nothing. They're giving us a bit of background we kind of already know. I don't know. The Unruly Exile. Get away from there, no feathers. Ours to dismantle, war balloon is. Touch what is ours, you must not. Right of salvage, yes, right of salvage. Enough, so much screeching and cawing when threatened with nothing. Featherless one has. Yeah, the tidbit about the balloons is interesting. Yeah, it's a cool image. I had quite a nice visual for that. So, Chief Hold part we sought, no feather does. Search through a record for nothing we did. Weak-bellied fledgling. Calm down, you will. Speak with featherless ones, says Ulshal. These guys are all written like sylphs almost. Could you be artisan? No, clothing is all wrong. It is garb for honest work. It is not. Raise your weapon not, Exile we are. But not the same kind that attack your tower. That was me trying to do a squawk without hurting the back of my throat. Balloon part you took. Value to you is little, yes? Have it from you, we would. Not by force, no. And not for nothing. We make deal, yes? Inside gate you come. Show you our work in return, says Ulshal. But Chief, mean to let featherless one inside, you cannot. Spread our secrets, he will. These guys basically just speak like Yoda. Spread our secrets, you will. Yes? Question, Chief, you will not. Says Ul's decision, it is. Shut screechy beak before plucked and strung from nearest tree branch you are. This is Yoda speak. What race is Yoda? Is that a thing? I assume they explain it in some of the canon. The midichlorians. Shit, man, I remember in The Mandalorian, I only watched season 1, but there was a baby Yoda in that. Oh wait, was that actual Yoda, or was that another member of Yoda's race? I really can't remember. That's a complete blur, that show to me. I really want to like Star Wars more than I do, but I'm just not that into it. I don't know. I stuck out a lot of Clone Wars episodes last summer. But, what was it at Christmas? I think it was this Christmas, actually. Brave you are to walk into Exile Den. No such camp existed, you did not, eh? Now have that balloon part and your name, says Ulwood. Okay. And now a slab of wreckage retrieved from the grounded Ixali war balloon.
Yes, yes.
Squawked for this we have. Search long for this we have. Thank you, Tremor.
Know you what this is?
Even the hmms, you know.
It is special stone used for making instruments to read speed of wind. Use the force, Tremor. You will. Only found in Zephyr, very rare. Even clever Sazul cannot build such instruments without it. Well, seem confused you do. You wonder why Sazul not go to Zephyr and fetch stone himself, yes? Tell you why Sazul will. We are not like Exile of Natalan and other places. No fighting with forest people. Outcast we are. Call ourselves a Cattle 9. Impressive, yes? Had nicer sound than in Cattle 20 or so. But one purpose we have, to fly free like wind. From war with forest people or pleasing greedy goddess, we care not, the Garuda. Fixed on the heavens our eyes are. Oh, I like these guys. Hold on. Did I just get transitioned into the Beast Tribe quest? I did! And that's what that whisper was a second ago. I'm doing the Beast Tribe quest. Right, so a second ago when I said this has nothing to do with the Crystal Tower. Yeah, it had nothing to do with the Crystal Tower. Wait, a performance for the ages. Where the fuck do we do that then? Oh, that's down here. Well, there you go. A little bit of bonus content for you all there, guys. Oh my god. I don't know what it says about. Maybe that's. What is that? What do we say? That says something about me, or about what I expect from the game. Yeah, I was really confused there as that was going on and on and on. I was thinking, yeah, just give me the sand. Yeah, it was all planned, guys. You know what, as well? I don't think I've ever done that. Even on Macon, I don't think I've unlocked that. That's hilarious. Well, there you go. We unlocked a Beast Tribe. We got that quest a little while ago. All right, here we go. Here's the hog. This is what we were looking for. This is connecting. Keep an eye out, Topaz. This is very weird in first person, guys. In coils. I'm not quite feeling the Crystal Tower vibes. Yeah, I know. You're too late, adventurer, and not only for the entertainment, you will find no trace of the ore, which but recently lay here, nay, not so much as a speck. Oh, I remember this. Who's the disembodied voice, guys? What? A disembodied voice. This is a very cool character. Spoilers. By the way, the environment sound amazing here. Ah, no, you'll never spy me from there. For the time being, at least, you will have to trust the evidence of your ears. Now, stop squinting at the foliage and listen. As I told you, the water-blessed mineral you hoped to find is gone. Taken. By me. Victory has made me magnanimous, however. Accordingly, I have decided to share the location of an alternative source of aether sand with you. The wind touch variety, to be specific. I trust I have your attention. Good. A band of exile in the North Shroud keeps a quantity of the abrasive for the purpose of removing impurities from lesser crystals. Well, do you mean to dally here all day? Make haste, adventurer, before I snatch another prize from under your nose. This is to be a race. The exile logging grounds in the North Shroud shall be our destination, and that is where the real amusement will begin. May the best man win. Oh, so a mysterious character. Is it someone we know? Is it someone new? Well, now we go to the exile. And it's up in the area that we were just at. Alright, look, maybe there was some small part of my brain, guys, that knew I had to go to that area at this point in the quest. Right? Like, is that a coincidence? I was just one step out of touch, you know? But we've got it now. So let's head out. Should we just try and fly there directly and enjoy the privileges of flight? It would be up this river here, which is quite interesting. We go along. I did see one cool Star Wars thing recently. Maybe you guys know the game. I think there was a Star Wars game. Where Darth Vader's like a complete badass in it. There's a scene where he comes in, he kills the main villain of the game. You have absolutely no hope of fighting him. You're running through like these waterlogged tunnels. You've got some other strong Jedi with you. He tries to get her to the dark side.
smash a tube or something, and then all the water falls on him, and that's the only way you escape, because he's got to like hold back the power of the ocean. I thought that was pretty cool. I saw that the other day. Jesus. This is going to be awful, guys. Look at this. This is 100% tune out, because we're going to be getting flashbanged here. No one's going to want to full screen this. How are we going to do the bosses? How are we going to show you any mechanics? Oh my god. Jedi Fallen Order, was that it? Yeah, that sounds like it. That sounds about right. Bravo, that was quite a show, adventurer, says the disembodied voice again. Why, the spectacle proved so enthralling that all thoughts of Aethersan slipped my mind. I appear to have forfeited our little race. Congratulations. The wind-touched abrasive is yours. And yet, having been treated to such a memorable performance, I cannot help but feeling the greater prize is mine. This inequity must not stand. I insist that you accept a token of my appreciation. So, at first I was getting kind of a bit of a villainous vibe from this guy, but no, he respected the duel. And, wait, is he going to attack us here now? Payment for this entertainment will be waiting for you to the east, in a clearing within Proud Creek. Pray retrieve the gift ere it is crushed beneath the iron feet of the Dullahans. And the Dullahans were those, like, headless giant things, weren't they? So he's got a gift for us. Is it a sincere gift? A real gift? Is it possible that the final Aethersan will be straight in our lap? Because, I mean, he clearly knows about the Aethersan. Look at it, it is! There it is! So some kind stranger has just set us up with the other Aethersan. Oh, King's Will. That's interesting. I don't know about this. Well, we did kind of get to see it because he cast it on Topaz there. Oh, if I could just get rid of the visual effects. If all the flashbangs went away, this would be kind of playable. Quick, somebody Google best way to play FF14 in first person. Not what you were expecting. I took the liberty of refining the ore from Earth's gift into Aethersan. Do keep it safe, adventurer. Lest you accuse me of playing games, you should know that the thought of relinquishing my prize never once crossed my mind, until I saw you in action. Such deeds must be rewarded. Really, you're that impressed with me? Because we didn't really do anything that impressive. It's my vocation, you see, to record history as it's made by mortal men. And I much prefer to chronicle the accomplishments of the bold and the mighty. Oh my god, he's like Macon. He's like actual Macon. Thus, I'm going to do a Macon voice. Here we go. Thus, it is my fervent... How do you do an old man voice? It is my fervent wish. No, what am I doing? That's not his voice. Dwight Schultz, come do Bacon's voice for me. Wish that you continue your career with the same courage and zeal that you have shown today. We shall meet again, adventurer, and sooner than you may imagine. And that, as they say, is that. Oh, it's so bad. Why doesn't my mouth do what I want it to do? Or throat, I guess. I don't know. What you got to do? Just smoke a pack of fags a day for 20 years? And then you'll get that, like, nice old man torn throat sound. I don't know. There is a VR mod for 14. But only yours, I think, not the enemies. So I'm going to give you guys a hot take here. I will give this over and over and over and over in my videos and content for years to come. Gamers rebelling against 3D monitors was a huge mistake. 3D gaming, I'm just talking, even if you have to put fucking glasses on, alright, is awesome. It is so... They've removed it from Guild Wars 2 now, but I played Guild Wars 2 with it. It is so cool to have, like, actual stereo 3D. And I know viewing angles are bad when it comes to TV. When it comes to TV and movies, right? Lots of people around a TV on a couch. I know it doesn't look very good, and the other technologies can give you a headache and stuff. But when it comes to a nerd sitting with one viewpoint in front of one monitor, which is how a lot of people will be playing these games, it is fantastic. There were certain issues, like the room had to be kind of dim, and you were making these concessions performance-wise. But a lot of those problems aren't here with the technology today. Like, LEDs are really goddamn bright now, like ludicrously bright. If you follow like monitor developments, really bright monitors are like becoming very, very normal, and very like that's one of the big things that people continue improving. Obviously, because then you can have bigger contrasts when you have dark areas of the screen as well. People's PCs are stronger, higher frame rates can be attained. Honestly, if it wasn't so unbelievably dead and buried and like just with mounds of dirt piled over the grave so it can't escape, we could be having really, really cool experiences right now. But everyone's just rallied against it and convinced people that there's no money or the experience isn't good. But it really is. It's amazing. And there were things holding it back, but you know, we're in 2024 now. We're nearly in 2025, and I feel so bad that, you know, none of the drivers are supporting it or thinking about it anymore. I'm not talking about VR. I'm just talking about stereo 3D on a monitor. It is so cool. This is going to sound really cheesy. It's a whole other dimension to like what you're experiencing when you're playing games, and feels like, I wish when I was looking at Rambros right now, I had a sense of the real depth and the real 3D behind him, and I could. And unlike with VR, right, where a lot of work has to go into controls and formats and UI, everything needs to change, basically. You can't just port an old game to VR and have a good experience, not really. But for just 3D gaming, you can. And so much stuff works so comfortably and so smoothly. But like, the only way to experience it today is you need to buy increasingly rare shit on eBay, the old NVIDIA 3D Vision stuff, and you can't get a graphics card newer than a 2090, I guess, is the very best. And that's as far as you can go. And monitors as well. You've got to find a monitor. And you basically got to have dual boots of Windows. It's annoying. It's really difficult to experience now. And I'm telling you guys, it is fucking awesome. It is really cool. And I'm so sad, you know. And it goes beyond games as well, you know. Even just having that effect on, like, Chrome tabs and stuff. Oh. Well. If you know, you know. If you don't know, just trust me. I'm right on this. I'm right on it. It was really, really cool. It just needed a bit more of a push. It needed glasses that didn't feel so tacky and plastic. It needed a bit more range and opportunity. And it needed to not be tied in with all of the cynicism over films, going to the movies for 3D films, and when ticket prices for that started to drop, like, the whole idea got condemned. But it didn't have to, you know. Some elements of gaming in 3D didn't have to be bound to that. And it was, unfortunately. But, you know, PC gamers, I guess, they're not the be-all and end-all. Whatever. What news of your mission? Are we any closer to requiring... Yeah, sorry. Look, I have things to rant about. I know you're in a rush. I'm not in a rush. I've already resigned to the fact we're not going to finish this in one episode, so... I'm just chilling. You brought both? I still have Master Garland to begin work on the... sorry, I shall have Master Garland to begin work on the crystals immediately. Well, there you go, guys. I thought we were going to go on a whole other big quest, but we don't. And I'll just say thank you to the person who gave me those potions in-game. Because that's really handy. You know what, guys? It's weird. We've beat all the primals now, and we've done all the trials. There's one more thing coming up in 255 that used to be a trial, and it isn't anymore. Set on a big bridge. I'll say no more just yet. But yeah, we've seen all the primals. Odin was the last one. We've seen all the trials. The Chrysalis was the last one. We've seen all the extremes. Shiva was the last one. There, that should do the trick. Wait, was Shiva the last one? Who was the last extreme? Yeah, it was Shiva, wasn't it? Excellent work. We now possess all 4 of the fangs required to pierce the Crystal Tower's defenses. My compliments, Master Garland. Oh, it was a trifling matter, I assure you. Tremor here's the one you should be thanking. Anyway, by my reckoning, there's nothing stopping us from striding up to the Allagan's front door. Alright, let's go check it out. You can't go without us, Chief. This is Biggs and Wedge. Hey. Biggs, Wedge, come to lend a hand, have you? Oh, it's the good music. Well, it's not every day you get the chance to study the wonders of the Allagan Empire, is it? Their technology makes Garlemald's look ancient. I appreciate your enthusiasm, lads, I really do. But we're not here to take this knowledge for ourselves. Twice in the last decade, the promise of unimaginable power has prompted men to meddle with technology they do not understand. And the realm has been dragged onto the very brink of oblivion on both occasions. We shall not be so irresponsible as to risk another. Do you know what? You can honestly skip from the start of this episode with the Outlandish Man to this. And you wouldn't have missed anything of import. Oh, well, you would have missed the mysterious stranger. Wedge, do you recall our company's creed? Yes, Chief. It's, freedom through technology? Exactly. Freedom. When we forsook our homeland, we swore that we would have no truck with machines that could be used to promote tyranny. That has not changed. Should you feel tempted to break your oath, remember this: the wonders of the all-knowing Allagan Empire could not save their civilization, and have damn near doomed ours. Twice, once with the moon, once with the ultimate weapon. Sid actually makes an incredibly good point there. You know, the Empire digging up ultimate weapon, thinking it's a solution to the primal problem. It's clearly not a solution, because the Allagans ultimately got fucked. And if you're wondering how, it has a lot to do with this tower. And just to remind you all, that calamity was an earthquake. And this tower was underground. That's why we must explore the Crystal Tower and, if needs be, seal away its secrets. Oh my god, I love that ring kind of string noise. They do it twice there. What is that, a bar? 2 bars? A compelling viewpoint. It is unyielding wills such as yours that have defined the course of history. Familiar voice. Holy shit, who is this? So, you return at last! A mysterious voice. What, pray tell, has kept you so wholly preoccupied that you cannot spare a moment to inform me of your progress or preservation? Ah, so this is the guy he'd sent out. Why, the task you assigned to me, of course. Surely you've not forgotten about the Aethersan. I tasked a passing adventurer with delivering it. A more capable courier I could not imagine. Meow. Meow, 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 meow. Who is this? It's a Makote with 2 different coloured eyes. Now, greetings, adventurer. Did I not say we would meet again? So this is our mysterious voice. Minor spoilers for you all, just let's all be on the same page. This is one of the most favourite characters in the entire game for a lot of people. And we'll see why in due course. I believe in introductions in order. I'm Grahatir, one of the students of Baldesion. There you go, he's a student of Baldesion. I look forward to joining you on your groundbreaking expedition. But he wasn't on the Isle of Val. Grahatir has been assigned to the project as an observer. He's the Charlian, and you can see he's got the tattoo there. I hope you'll forgive him his eccentricities and welcome him as one of our own. Okay. It's nice to meet you. Thanks for helping me out of the sand. So then, now, our fellowship is complete. And all stand ready to step into the unknown. 3 cheers for N-O-A-H, Noah! What is Noah? Noah, says Sid. That's the name I've chosen for our little collective. Given our differing backgrounds, we cannot very well call ourselves the Sons of St. Koinek, can we? I guess not. Why does our backgrounds come into that? Help me out here? Comments? And we must have a memorable application if our... appellation. If our venture is to leave its mark on the annals of history. I could claim that NOAA stands for Nominated Observers of Artifacts Historical. And so it does, technically. But my true reason for choosing this name is that it stems from the fact that it is shared by a vaunted Allagan Archmagus. An Archmagus called Noah. An Archmagus! I like the sound of that. Right, teach me about this historical figure. Very well. Now that the pressing matter of what to call ourselves has been settled, I like to think he said that very sarcastically, it's time we set forth to brave the outer defences of the Crystal Tower. Is everyone ready? Yeah. Ready? Shout Noah. So I'm now a member of the Order of Twin Adder. I'm a member of a couple of different combat guilds. I'm a member of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. And I'm a member of Noah. Alright. Okay, so in chat there, to disable skill effects, character config, control settings, you're gonna have to remember to turn these back on. Character, own, show none, genius. That's actually gonna work, isn't it? Of course it will. Oh my god, we're actually gonna do this. We're gonna first person an alliance raid. Hello, Grahatia. I'd just like to point out he's shorter than us. By quite a long way, it feels like, but I can't leave first person to check. Grahatia is eager to begin the expedition to the Crystal Tower. I usually think of him as the same height as me, because when I first played this, I too was a Makote male. Gentlemen, the secrets of ancient Allag beckon. Let us not keep them waiting any longer. Adventurer, you and I will join the engineers at the Crystal Tower's main gateway, where we will endeavour to neutralise the structure's outer defences. Rambros, meanwhile, will remain here and oversee the operation. Given my knowledge of Allagan history, it seems logical that it should lead to the expedition itself. Sorry, let me read that again. It seems logical that I should lead the expedition itself, though I admit the role does not exactly befit my status as an observer. Still, we can but make use of the resources at hand. Assuming all are in agreement, let us proceed forthwith to the large, lopsided gate found to the southeast. I like him, he's got a lot of energy. Go get him attitude. I've studied the legacy of the Allagan Empire for long years. Now that this expedition is at last underway, the very core of my historical infatuation lies within my grasp. It falls to us, to the Fellowship of Noah, to crack open the tomb of a fallen civilization and bring the wealth of its history out of the shadows and into the light. This story's crazy, actually, where it goes. The third wing of this. It's bonkers. It's related to a lot of the Encyclopedia Eorzea stuff, by the way. Including some stuff I was reading to you about the 5th era. You might think, the 5th era? What? That was thousands of years after this tower. Well, all shall be revealed. I'm not going to mount this, because this walk, I think, is quite interesting and cool. I very often go to the tower for my roulettes, but to actually physically walk to the entrance is something of a novelty. So yeah, we head further away from the lake now, leaving the Agrius and Midgårdsholm behind. Though I say that, oh yeah, that's just a giant. Are these giants meant to be carrying bits of the airship? The shields? They might be. By the way, did Topaz just leave? No, he's still there. Thank you, Topaz. Stay with me now. So yeah, check this out. There's this big door. And I don't know whether this only appeared at 2.1 or what. You may want to turn on party skill effects as well. Or I'll be blinded by everyone else's effects. No, I just decided to leave those on. The only effect that I don't like is the entire screen getting flashback. But when there are attacks and things coming from other party members, you know, I don't mind seeing their thing. That glow was a bit frustrating. It seems there are still glows hitting my screen. I'm not sure what they are. What is that? Well, we'll see. Maybe when allies cast heals on me or party buffs on me. But at level 50, there's not too many party buffs around. We'll just see. We'll play it by ear. If it looks terrible, I could turn off more. John, it was really great. Thank you, man. Thanks for all your generosity. I hope to see you soon, dude. Have a good night. Or, have fun with the work. The Crystal Tower lies beyond this portal. Now comes the interesting part. You wonder what Red Mage LB3 is like in first person? Yeah, that's a huge bomb of explosion visuals, isn't it? People call that the flashbang, don't they? Sid, you are the only one of our number who has ever crossed this threshold. I ask that you take the lead for the present. So yeah, he got here before and he found the statues that damaged him, right? So. Oh, I feel like I remember that we have a bit more busy work to do. That's not right, is it? Oh, look at the Agrius back there. Midgårdsholm coiled around it. Statues. Yeah, I remember this place very clearly. This weather, this place, this location, waiting to get a party. We might be in for a round 2 on that. I say, the energy radiating from these statues is palpable. Lucky for us that it is. One might otherwise stroll past them. Feast your eyes on the elemental defenses, which prompted our lengthy preparations. These sentinels prevent would-be intruders from advancing to within 20 yards of the tower's inner reaches. And another mechanism shoots air travel out of the sky. Damn. No matter how swift they may be. Well, let's see how the fang works. The crystal fangs we took such pains to craft should spare us the inconvenience of instantaneous annihilation. Here, allow me to demonstrate. Chief, it's too dangerous to allow anyone else to risk his life testing one? Quite right. I made the damn things. It's my job to see if they work. I like how he's not using his, like, heavily protected, gloved arm. Boom. Sid's right on the money. You remember being very anxious here since you hadn't done any raiding in other MMOs, so a 24-player raid sounded scary. Yeah, I think it's terribly named. I, for one, am convinced. Friends, ready your fangs. They shouldn't call these raids. That's why, what I will say is they're more like it's like a Guild Wars 2 meta event. In Guild Wars 2, you just kind of naturally find random people out in the open world. In this game, it's via the matchmaker. They're balanced very free and very easy and very chill. I think some of the later ones are a bit harder, you know. But really, you don't have to worry too much. And it's just good fun. People are really chatty. There's a lot of spectacle, and you know, they take you on these really, really cool adventures. And I love the Alliance raids. I would be very excited to see Guild Wars ever get anything like this. This last one's yours, old friend. It seemed only right. Worried about shrapnel, and given the etheric density, there's a question: stray etheric arcs and sparks and things blasting you too seems sketchy. It's okay, we have plot armor. Aha, we did it! So much for the outer defenses. Indeed, the entrance to the tower is near at hand. My blood fairly sings with anticipation. Speaking of blood, I have a proposal for the next stage of the expedition. I suggest we wait here while Tremor and a hand-picked party of his adventuring companions enter the tower. What? Without us? I thought we came to survey the entire structure. We did, and we will, but our investigations must proceed at a more measured pace. If the outside of the place is truly this well defended, can you imagine what awaits us on the inside? Only a true hero would reasonably hope to brave the hazards ahead and live to tell the tale. Tremor here fits that description better than anyone I know. And it's not as if we shall be idle in his absence. While Tremor and his companions are risking life and limb to beat us a path to the tower, we can set about analysing this rubble for evidence of how its technologies function. Your knowledge of ancient lore will be invaluable in that endeavour, historian Gra had to hear. Oh, do you ever tire of being right, old man? He looks genuinely annoyed. Tremor, as it seems, I won't be accompanying you. Allow me at least to provide some instruction. The maze that surrounds the base of the tower is known as the Labyrinth of the Ancients. Again, I'm sure that's an anthology thing. During this initial foray, I suggest you concentrate on ridding the place of hostile elements. When you're reasonably certain this maze is secure, contact me via link shell and we shall join you post-haste, no matter what Master Garland says. Though we would prefer it if any relics you encounter remained intact. You have leave to do whatever it is necessary to secure ingress to the upper levels of the tower. Fortune go with you. So what I'll tell you guys is there are 3 wings, three patches, 3 24-man dungeons, basically. The first one is set in the labyrinth surrounding the tower. The second one is in the tower and climbing to the top of it. And the third one, well, I'll leave that as a mystery for you, but it's fucking crazy. Duties for alliances. This duty is designed to be undertaken by an alliance. A squad of 24 adventurers formed of 3 full parties. So 3 full parties here. The battle composition is reserved for large-scale duties only. So, let's see, how does this work, right? If I go party finder... Oh, wait, hold on. We need to finish the quest, I guess? Is it unlocked or not? Yeah, okay, so if you look, I now have the raid section, and we have the Labyrinth of the Ages. Matchmaking should be pretty easy, because there's a current event bonus, giving bonus rewards for this, the Moogle event. With the help of Sid, members of the expedition to the Crystal Tower have successfully penetrated the defenses of the 8 Sentinels. The ancient Allag structure is not so easily entered, however, and the Labyrinth of the Ancients now awaits the Fellowship of Noah as they seek the ultimate prize. So yeah, the guy that sent us here hasn't said or done anything. Where's the Outlandish Man, you might be wondering? Well, yeah, so we're going to go through here and out. And it's 24 players. Does Party Finder let you do that? Raids. Labyrinth of the Ancients. I'll just type spots. So we can only film an 8-man group with this, right? So there you go. I've put it on Party Finder. We're not going to have enough players. We're not going to be able to get 24 people. Basically, last time, guys, I waited for the 20. Well, I think we got like 20 people or something, maybe less, 15. And then we spent the rest of the time on the Matchmaker and in Party Finder trying to like fill the rest of it up. And we did min-eye level it. So if you want to watch this on min-eye level, and the mechanics were quite interesting, check out the Twitch playthrough. This time, I think, look here, we've only had 2 people join. We've had a tank and a healer. Have I fucked this up somehow? Now remember, if you guys would like to play with me, please feel free to. Today we're on Kraken, because I'm not going to be able to matchmake at all on Ravana. So this is North America. You can make it an alliance on Party Finder. Can I? Form a private party. Oh, yeah. It's got alliance up there. Okay, hold on. I'm going to disband this. Alliance. Oh, look at this. Duty completion. Let's see what happens. Min-eye level. Labyrinth of the Ancients. Go. Okay, I've recreated it. Edit search info. Oh no, that's not right, is it? That's just my search info. How do I edit the bit that says spud? That. Edit. Oh. Okay, we had 1 person join. 2 people joined. Whenever someone joins, does it kick me out of this edit window? Let's see. I'll beg the FF community. Let's put an idea on this. Okay, so it's currently 3 minutes past. I will wait until 8 minutes past to see if we get much momentum on this. And if we don't, you know, whatever. So, but what I can also do is I can go to the Novice Network. I think, am I in the Novice Network? Oh god, I might not be. I don't think Tremor's in the Novice Network. Damn. Oh, I could go to our link shell. And I could go to Limsa, where I think a lot of people are. I think these are the main things you do. Party Finder, ask your guild, ask a link shell. And then that's it. So it's not /M in this game, is it? It's yell. Is it yell or shout? What's the difference? Maybe shout. Okay, so now I've typed, I said, hey guys, I have a party finder up for Crystal Tower, min-eye level. Does that sound fun? We need more people, feel free to join. And someone immediately said no. Well, unless he's talking to someone else. Oh, I think he's talking to someone else. I'm talking about playing League or something. Jesus, we've only got 2 people. We had 3 a second ago. Have I messed something up here? Oh. No, we do. We have more. Oh, we have more people. I guess I just don't have the Alliance UI on. Yeah, I don't. Okay, so here we go. No, I do. I do have it on. Why isn't it displaying? Well, look, here's how we're doing so far, okay? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're looking for 19 more. In the link shell, how can I see how many people are in the link shell? I just, it's not going to happen, guys. See, this is what sucks, because I wish I had, more pull within FF14 to be able to do this. Link shell. How do I bring that up? It's probably under social. Crossworld link shells. Oh, it's not that one. Oh god, am I not in the link shell right now? Because... yeah, I think the link shell's broken because we're not on Ravana. It's not even the right link shell. Oh god, see, this sucks. I thought we'd found a hacky way of getting around the whole issue. Click the blue button by the minimap. Oh, Alliance information. Oh! Oh, there you go, thank you. Wow, weird. I mean, we got some good classes here, though, guys. Look at this. We got all the healers filled. You only need 2 more tanks. In theory, it would fill. Now, can I throw this into the matchmaker? Can I find our last players by just clicking join on the Labyrinth of the Aegis? Or do we need to fill it up completely? I guess I'll ask in Limsa again. So, I just said to people in Limsa, we already have healers and tanks. Yeah, look at this. Look, we have all the tanks covered. We have 4 healers. We just need 2 healers and then just DPS. How are you guys swapping where you are? That's quite interesting. I don't remember this from last time. Alright, yeah, but I'm going to have to put an ultimatum on this because this could easily stretch out and out and out and out into the distance. So it's now 8 past, and that's when I said I'd stop. Look, okay, because YouTube chapters are a thing, I will give this another 12 minutes, okay? At 12 minutes, we give up. Or at least start matchmaking, I guess. So 12 minutes, guys. Actually, even less than that now. In 6, 5, 4, 3... 2, 1. Okay, 11 minutes. 11 minutes from now. What else should I do? Anyone got any other ideas to find more people? This guy's going to swap off to a class to get some gear off the market board. Yeah, no worries. I wish I was in the novice network. I feel like in the Novice Network, usually when I'm playing the game, if I ask people in the Novice Network, they're really helpful. So I'll ask in Limsa here if I can get an invite to the Novice Network. That might be good. Because there might be some mentor here somewhere. We're looking for some... Oh, nice. There you go. That was quick. Brilliant. Excellent. So now I can be in the Novice Network. So I'm just typing to the same people. Hey guys, I'm newish. I'm trying to do min-eye level Crystal Tower for fun. Can anyone join? We just need a couple more DPS. It's on Party Finder. And the guy that invited me said I knew that's why you wanted an invite. I don't know, it's weird, because is this Novice Network the same one that I read when I'm on Cactpot? Is it data center based or world based? I don't know. I don't think that's abusing the Novice Network. It's to help people out, right? This is definitely joinable. By the way, you can see how much more activity there is straight away, right? Over on Ravana, there's just like the one entry. Oh, it's server-based, I see. Okay, yeah, so Kraken... All I have to appeal to here are the Kraken players. So if I wanted to get even more people, I would have to, like, guest over to... Where are they? Is it worth going to another town, I suppose? Okay, sorry, over in chat. Darrican says you only need 2 more DPS. No, we need a lot more than 2 DPS. I think someone is swapping gear or something, so they're not actually in the party right now. Like, that probably looks quite bad that we have a rogue with us, not a ninja. But, we need Alliance A. Party A needs 4 DPS. Alliance C needs 5 DPS. And Alliance B needs like a bunch of stuff. What's going to happen here, guys, is in 8 minutes, if this doesn't work out, I will throw us into the... Hopefully, I can throw all of us just like this into the matchmaker, and the game can fill in the rest. And if that's the case, I will try to min-eye level it for a bit, if I can. Or we'll just have to turn it off, and we'll just go on in, and we'll just play it normally. Like I say, on Twitch, there is a min-eye level of this wing. I spent a lot longer waiting around on the Twitch playthrough for ages, until eventually we managed to get in. And it was really hard, and it was really cool. But then I didn't do it for the other 2 wings. Because there's 3 wings. There's the Labyrinth I did. Actually, in the tower, I didn't. And the final bit, I didn't either. You are swapping to summon and to buy gear, just in case we queue from Duty Finder, so you can fill DPS. I see, yeah. That's fair enough. Yeah, well, look, I'm going to kind of just give a massive shout out and appreciation to everybody who managed to come. And those of you that are here, I mean, look at this. We've got such a good spread of classes and everything. We've got a good amount. But yeah, I think I've spammed enough in the Novice Network. I mean, the Novice Network basically had no response at all. It's weird because the Cactpot Novice Network is very active. Like, I'll say, hey guys, I'm in the open world, here's a boss and I can't kill it, does anyone want to help? And I'll get like 5 people who will show up out of nowhere. The Cactpot one's really nice. But I guess the Cactpot is one of the most populated servers. It's a real benefit, I guess, that I hadn't been thinking about. At least we're in Limsa this time. I think last time I refused to come to Limsa or leave. I was a little bit less au fait with some of these systems. But look, we can people watch. This is such a weird setup, you know. Like, I tend to think with the big robes and the hood and stuff, a lot of cloth, a lot of fabric. it makes sense, but then you got your legs out. The asymmetry with the arms is kind of nice. It's very weird in this game. You can see when someone clicks you. That player definitely just clicked me. The character snapped its head to look at me. Yeah. Oh, we just had a ding of some kind. Friend request, sure. Welcome, welcome. Is that the player I was just looking at? I don't even know. Yeah, and because we're on this server, I can't even ask all the spuds in the link shell that we've got going. The other unfortunate thing is, as this playthrough's gone along, we've had loads of co-op bits, but usually they're just like little dungeons, so a lot of you guys don't get to do it. And now all of a sudden it's like, oh god, now we need everyone, you know? There's a plugin that lets you see who clicked you. Yeah, I have seen that actually. I've never used it, but I've seen it on the list. It's inspired by some kind of WoW feature as well, isn't it? Alright, 5 minutes to go. 4.5 actually. Maybe we should have done this on Cactpot, since we're in an NA anyway. I guess, but I don't know what's data center based versus world based. I thought the Novice Network was data center. I'm being told now that it's not. But like, when we matchmake in a second, it's data center, right? It's not world, it's data center. You see like visitors from another world all the time, or you become the visitor from another world. It's a shame because we've got a good amount of people here. We have at least. What's unfortunate is we have too many people for one party. Oh no, we don't. We could just form one perfect party ourselves. If you buy it now and start leveling, can you make it in time to join the party? I mean, you could level very quickly. Oh, we got another person. You could level very quickly, to be honest. In 2 days, you genuinely... I mean, as a complete noob, you wouldn't know how to play the game. Also, you don't need to buy it. It's free. All this shit is free. Every single episode of this Let's Play so far has been free, and the next, like, 40 episodes of this Let's Play will be free. But yeah, like with the road to XP, the road to AE, you could hit 50 in a day. I've done that multiple times. Oh, in the process of making this. Sorry, it opened and then closed. But to get here in the story would take a bit longer, for sure. I mean, if you just skip through all the dialogue and skip all the cutscenes, you can get through pretty quick as well, honestly. But you would still have to play dungeons and stuff like that. So it's probably a bit more than a day. 2 days. I'm talking like going really fast. Baby Oppo, the only thing he loves more than you is a juicy Sprite apple. Oh, thank you very much. That's lovely. Thank you. Is he going to climb on me as well? I think he will, because I have this on my monk, and I adore it on my monk because he matches the vibe. The Joey is on my, the koala is on my shoulder right now. If I was committed to actually waiting to fill this up, you might have enough time. I mean, yeah, maybe. It loves Sprite, a fan of the stream. Yeah, the Oppo is good. I want an Oppo, a curl, and a raptor. I really think MMOs should consider letting you have more than one mini. I know, it's like a huge amount of FPS lag and all that. And even server calculations as it walks around and does its thing. But if it's just client-side, would there be too much harm? Do you know what I'd love to see on this as well? A penumbra thing that makes the minis big again. It's like, if I'm using a mini Tombury, it can be... Like this Tombury, like, it should be like a full-sized, like, me-size, like a massive, like a Giga Tombury or something. A Mega Tombury. Or like if I use... What's a good example? Like, there are add-ons that change the size of these pets to be like full-sized or whatever. And there's actually a graphics option in the game that should be in the menus, but you can only access it through / commands, and it changes the size of like the summoners' pets and stuff. You saw a penumbra mod that turns Carbuncle into Odin. That's cool. Yeah, just like full-size minions. I think that would be amazing, right? It'd be so cool to wander around the cities and see. Just, it's not really having a minion anymore. It's having a pet. Okay, so we have 30 seconds left. So this isn't going to work, unfortunately. But what I will try then, okay, is we're not on min-eye level right now, and it's still telling me I'm not allowed to do this. See, there's a great... You have to do this with just blue mages as well, right? For the Malboro mount. I mean, how hard is it to set that up? So what do we do here to get in? 3 parties with at least 1 member each are necessary. How do I convert this now? We don't want to switch gear and do unsynced with less players. No, I think that would just be even messier. I think that's just going to be crazy. Like a level 100 player is going to one-shot bosses unsynced. And then you're going to have to figure out what the lower gear is and stuff. I don't think we can just sort of fumble our way through that. Here's what I'm going to say, guys. Here's what I'm going to say. To everybody who wants to play, let's just sync queue. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to disband. Thank you for trying, guys. Thank you. It was a nice idea. But let's be realistic, okay? What I'm going to do here is I'm going to go onto Party Finder, and we will say first come, first served to whoever gets into this Party Finder. Ready? So this will fill up, hopefully, with 8 players. So just, it's up now. Go for it. Hopefully you find me on there. Oh, God. Did I do it as an alliance thing again? I did. Fuck. Not that one. Not that one. How did I mess that up? Recruit members. Ah, there we go. Normal. Right, yeah. Normal, raid, Labyrinth of the Ages. Done, blah, 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 blah. Okay, go. And I'm going to type Spud so that you guys can see it. Right, this party should fill up. We'll have 8. That's going to leave 4 to 5 people, 6 people who can't get in. And you guys, you're just going to sync queue in, all right? We're just all going to hit join on the matchmaker. So let's assume that there's like a delay of 10 seconds or something. I'm not sure. Yeah, we got 1 more slot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh no, we got 2. There's 2 slots. Oh, I guess people are figuring classes out because we had a shit ton of healers before. And now some of them are going to have to swap to DPS. So I guess we'll just wait for them there. But yeah, and then what we'll do is we'll just sync queue in. And we should all get in together. And yeah, this will be the fight and everything. It's just not going to be min-eye level, which is a shame. It is a real shame with this, by the way, because there are entire mechanics that you just don't see. Like one of these fights has a bunch of platforms around the outside of the arena that you're supposed to jump out to and do cool things, and you don't get to see it. But I have it on WPT. I have it on my second channel. There's macros for changing the type of carbuncle you have out. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty simple. I mean, that's just in-game stuff. I have the pet size thing on mine. These are my SFX ones. Is that it? So hold on, are we're not filling the last slots because of classes and stuff? Like I have here pet size all large. When I want to do big effects, small effects, mini effects, whatever. Oh, speaking of which, this will be quite interesting anyway, because we're in first person. Oh, there we go. There's someone. 1 more? I guess I'll give it a couple of seconds. And then, but then I'm going to queue us in. And thank you, Tom Berry, for asking your free company about that as well. I feel bad. You ask people and then it doesn't end up going. Alright, I think that's enough waiting around. Let's do it. Here we go. So the Labyrinth of the Ages. Unable to participate in duty while looking for a party. Quit using the party finder. Yeah. So there we go. Right. If anybody wants an invite to the party while we're matchmaking here, just whisper me. Oh my god, look how quick that popped. That popped instantly. That's insane. Alright, here we go. Labyrinth of the Ages. Ancients. Labyrinth of the Ages. What is that from? But yeah, so you see it's a huge amount of people. It's 3 tanks. So it is a slightly different composition to the raids we've been doing. And the trials, sorry. Where you would have 2 tanks. Here, there's 1 less tank per party. So it's still 3 overall. Overall, it's more. But there's a lot of slots for DPS, basically, in this. And the reason for that is, you know, there's only 1 boss. They don't design shit that the boss will hit 6 different people. In fact, they don't even design it that the boss will hit 2 different people. There is no tank swapping in any of these that I've ever seen. You can just be, you can just be, are you the guy? 1 man out of these 24 will have the boss. And I've always liked that. I love playing tank on this. And I always go for the main thing. But yeah, here we go, Labyrinth of the Ages. Ancients! Fuck! It's crazy, isn't it? It would be easy to think that you're already in the tower or something, but no. So, I'm going to keep my distance a little bit from these this crazy crowd of people. Look at them all. So, a lot of the range guys will be using Peloton, and it's of huge value in these because they're just so big. And you do travel a long way, and the speed boost is genuinely really nice. Look at all these people sprinting. So the game here, by the way, this is an elevator I'm under. We want to activate it. So we want to go left, and there's all these doors, right? Out of this, the crossroad. We're going to go left, then we're going to go right, and then we'll go forward eventually. I think that's how it goes. And then you go upstairs, and then that's it. You're at the Crystal Tower. What I'm going to do is turn the music up, because the music's cool. God, I'm nowhere near anyone. I've fallen far enough behind that I'm not getting Peloton. So, I'll try to tell you what I remember about the mechanics. So if I don't get in time, I kind of get screwed. How am I going to play this? Oh my god, I'm not going to be able to see anything. Maybe I should cull everything. So here I can see everyone's alliance. So how does this work as a healer, guys? Am I responsible for healing people outside of my alliance? I don't know how that works. God. So yeah, there's like poisonous floor here. It rises and lowers. And the mobs... Oh god, this is mad. The mobs hit really hard in here. Oh god, I'm going to play really badly. As a tank, usually I go running in and try and grab as many as possible, but it can get you hurt, like, real quick. Stone, go. Oh my god. Okay, no, focus my own alliance. Don't heal anyone else's. Okay. Can I res people if they die in the other groups? Can I res them? It's weird, my targeting is broken on this. I can't tab target. For some reason, being in first person makes the tab targeting nasty. So yeah, these are just like these little chambers where you got to stay on the higher floor because sewage like flows in and does like massive dots to you. This is basically just trash on our way to the first dungeon. I'm just going to keep trying to Medica to put regen on the whole brute. The people that are in range at least. Man, culling my visuals hasn't helped. Every time I cast a spell, I get this weird blue haze. Now, you know, I've never noticed you can actually see the liquid flowing in. Oh god, bumped my head. So yeah, check out this next chamber. Crazy blue. This was really hard when we did this mid-eye level. This room was the hardest part of the whole wing. This was really, really tricky. Look at the scale of these places, by the way, guys. Look at them. They're massive. So this bone dragon is called Rot Scale. And you find him at a mausoleum on the way to the Maguma jungle as you're leaving Cryo. No, okay, so once again, poison will fill, so you only want to be on the raised area. And you get these platinals, these like mobs, basically. And the dragon keeps resurrecting them, and they run into the dragon when he dies. Look, we just killed the dragon, and what's going to happen is these platinals are going to like try and sprint over to him. And if they touch the bone dragon... Oh, I can holy. Fucking hell. Oh my god, I'm culling these effects. There we go. I've culled them, guys. No light show for us. This was such a bad idea, dude. This is the goal. But hey, money. That's good. Yeah, so if you pull the dragon over there to the far side of the room, you can just kill it and then blow up the skeletons before they get to him, so the nukes never happen. But when we did this mid-eye level, this was not really viable. This was not a great... There, look, that one's going to get in probably. And they, like, blow up. They just do a lot of damage. But here I'm getting hit by tree damage somehow. Am I in the water? What is hitting me? Just took a ton of ticks over there. I'm surprised how little I've had to heal. I've barely been doing anything. This is... Targeting is awful in here, by the way. This is almost impossible to target things. I think if I click on the UI, I'll be alright. I have disease. I can Azuna that. Evil eyes. And there you go. The dragon is dead. So, really simple here. Min-eye level, genuinely, this was a fight, for sure. And whenever you kill one of the bosses, you get a shortcut to go back to the crossroads in the middle. And yeah, it's like someone in chat just now saying, oh, I was really nervous when I first was here. But, you know, this, especially with the power creep, this is basically, am I wrong, the most power crept thing in the game. In terms of, it's level 50 content, but people get a lot more powerful shit. But also, this comes up a lot in Alliance roulettes because people are forced to do it as a part of the main story. It's not missable. The other Alliance raids are missable. This one isn't. So anyone who ever plays the game will be doing this, which causes it to roll in the matchmaker. But also, it's the lowest level one. So if I ever want to level a new class, I'm eventually going to be wanting to get my daily rewards. Yeah, we're Alliance B, by the way, so that means we're going on the B marker, which is usually the middle. So because people, when they're leveling classes, cause this to proc a lot, this comes up constantly, and it's so power crept, it's kind of just a bit boring, really. Okay, so the mechanic here is 4 people need to stand on this, and by standing on this, we make the corresponding coloured mob vulnerable. So we're making that one vulnerable, they are making that one vulnerable, they are making our one vulnerable. And so the game is, you got to... It sounds a lot more complicated on paper than it is, really. You just put a couple of DPS in front and everyone else stands on this. And it's sort of fancy how it all set up, but the actual gameplay that comes out of it is nothing, really. And what I just said there, I think describes a lot of stuff with this game. Like the new classes, like the Viper, it's very fancy. There's a lot of stuff going on and loads of traits and loads of flipovers. But ultimately what you're doing is spamming 1, 1, 1, 1, 2. 1, 1, 1, 1, 2. FF can feel like that sometimes. Anyway, so we've killed ours. Good job, team. This bit gets a little bit more complicated. By the way, these are called Atomoses, which is the name of the first airship you fight in 12. This gets a little bit more complicated when people don't split evenly across the 3 rooms. But people pretty much know to go to whatever marker or whatever, so that doesn't happen very often. Anyway, yeah, once they all die, all the paths connect. I mostly like these for people watching. Look at how cool this shit is. There's a cool room in a minute where there's like a pool of lava and people like splash around in it with a special emote that I don't have unlocked. It helps I'm tall, seeing over everyone. Yeah, I guess so, actually. I guess you're right. By the way, you'll see that our limit break bar here is T3 now, always. The only other time we saw a T3 limit break bar... Oh no, I'm lying. We saw it loads of times, didn't we? Have we seen it in every single trial? Anyway, I think eventually we will see that in this fight, and it just depends, in this wing, it just depends who presses it. This is another weird fight. My understanding of this one is I don't really know what the magic pots do. They tether these ghosts, and the ghosts are trying to get to them. I don't know what happens when they connect. But the main mechanic here is this guy. He's got lots of interruptible things. But he will apply this debuff as astral realignment. I'm just going to come out of first person to show you. I'm a ghost right now. But my staff looks very scared of being a ghost. So all of our party is a ghost right now, see? The other two parties are not ghosts. The party that is a ghost can hit the mob. Can hit the main boss, Thanatos there. For 1 minute, you can hit him. And then it swaps to another party. And then it swaps to another party. So you're alternating. 8 of the people can hit the boss, and then the other 16 are dealing with the magic pot mechanic, whatever that is. I don't even know what it is, to be honest. I don't know what these glyphs are. Mostly I know magic pots from 7, where you can grind AP on them. Or 10, where they were just annoying in the Cavern of the Stolen Faith. But yeah, nice anthology thing. What usually, speaking about power creep, what usually happens is the first group of 8 ghosts just kill Thanatos straight up. Like, I'm not joking. Usually you don't even see it swap once. This time it swapped twice, which is amazing. Everyone got to be a ghost from it. So yeah, I don't remember how this one went in eye level for us. I assume it was a bit more interesting. You know, I'm genuinely quite curious about that episode now. What happened there? Did I know what the magic pots were 2 years ago? This content is just full of shit that you don't need to understand. So yeah, now we're going forwards, by the way. So we did left, that was the Bone Dragon. We did there, that was Thanatos and the magic pots. And now we're doing the red one with the eye. Look at the scale of this. Look at this. Oh my god, I will never get over this. The most beautiful place I've ever actually seen in this game, consistently, I think is unbelievably gorgeous, is the 3rd set of Alliance raids, the FF12 stuff, the Rabanasta stuff. And I'm not just saying that as a 12 fanboy. They're just genuinely gorgeous. The bits where you're going through the Golmore jungle, the bits in the desert, everywhere. It's the bit in the sewers where you're swimming around. Fighting the final boss, whose name begins with U, and I won't say it out loud, I guess. The way she like smashes her face on the force field to try and like crack it and break through. So I'm B, so I'm assuming I'm in the middle again. So yeah, this boss is a triple boss. The tanks face the Vassajos away. And it's our job to kill the Vassajo, but in the meantime, while this is happening, these bombs are coming in. There are black bombs, and then there are these bombs. The black bombs are really scary. I'll see if I can get there. This black bomb here, they're called napalm. They do nothing except charge the middle. And if they manage to touch the giant bomb in the middle, it blows up and does a lot of damage. The giant bomb is the ultimate boss, and he's getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And so the game here, right, is all the alliances are dragging the Vassajos to the edge, specifically where the napalm spawn, so that people can cleave the napalm and the Vassajo at the same time. And so then when they all die, the tethers all break, and the main bomb in the middle is no longer vulnerable. And yeah, I think there's a big scary mechanic where he pops and blows up. But like I say, min-eye level, only the Bone Dragon was really hard. A lot of these, even on min-eye level, were kind of power creep. But yeah, here, this lava does kill you to stand in, and people often use like a splash emote in there. It's always fun to see. Because most people are so checked out of this, they're just waiting at the end for the boss to die to then run on through. But look at these places! I remember ranting about how gorgeous that view is on Twitch. I remember that. So here I'm a bit late. It's probably going to force me to teleport forwards, otherwise I'll get locked out of the arena. This is a behemoth, if I remember rightly, this one. Oh, can I get in? Just made it, nice. So the behemoth, Puroborus, by the way. Another anthology thing, you see a lot of those. So he casts Ecliptic Meteor, as you can see here. So the game is you got to hide behind these comets, because he'll one-shot all 24 players with that single ability there. And then every now and then what he does is he drops these meteors down. I'm trying to heal people here. me. Oh, I just got a crit Medica. Does that crit on everyone? So he's encapsulating some people in these rocks, but they're actually providing you safety from the ecliptic meteor. Usually he only gets to cast 1 meteor as well, by the way, before that's it, it's over. But here he's managed to cast 2, which is quite nice. There's this cyclone. There are these energy towers that you're supposed to like drag lightning to or disable. Somebody needs to interact with them to stop the floor roasting you. And finally, there's the Iron Giants in the area, and they do cleaving attacks. And if they hit the boulders, they can break the boulders accidentally. So you've got to be careful about where you aggro those, so you're always safe from ecliptic meteor. That Behemoth fight has the makings to be a really cool fight. There's a lot of stuff layered there, but again, power creep. And I don't remember particularly struggling on that on min-eye level. But yeah, so you do each of the elements, a bit like entering, I guess. Maybe there's a bit of a theme here, just like with the statues. And I don't remember this cutscene, by the way. Do I normally just skip this? And here's this final boss. And again, I think this boss is in 4 or 3 or 2 or whatever the fuck it is. Whatever one it is we're referencing. So yeah, let's teleport over. I think a lot of other people will have skipped that already. Will I do all of the Crystal Tower today? No, I'm doing half of the story today. I'm actually doing less than half because I'm so tired. I'm so tired. So yeah, we jump into that pit, but not really. The idea is there was an elevator there that would have taken us up. Ah, what? They've already started on him. This is the final boss. Oh God, are you serious? Okay, so this is Phlegethon. He has numerous like big AoEs, like that triangle, that green triangle that we just saw. This Megiddo Flame he has, I think it's like Essentia Tank Buster. He's huge, as you can see. He's absolutely massive. And every X seconds, he's going to run. Here, you get this Abyssal Slash. You couldn't really get a good sense of it, but that's a huge animation. Anyway, so what he does is this. He goes into the middle and he casts Ancient Flare. And what we have to do is run away. Somebody rescued me there, because I was a bit slow. And you have to stand on these panels, which brings up this force field, which protects us from the Ancient Flare that he casts in the middle. Then he summons ads. You didn't even see them. And then you kill the ads and the force field goes down and you're safe again. And he'll do another Ancient Flare now. But again, power creep. He'll probably be dead before it even happens. I regret being in first person so much. Oh no, here we go. So this is always a funny moment because some people will be like, believe, oh, I can rescue the guy. Oh, I'm so sorry, I pressed 5, not, oh, I could have rescued him. Oh, that would have been so good. I had to hold control though. I have no muscle memory for it. Yeah, I'll res you, Tom Berry. Oh my God, I could have rescued you. I'm not a healer. I'm a fake. I'm a phony. I have no practice on this. I've literally never pressed that button. Min-eye level would be so much more fun. It would. I don't know what to tell you though. I can't really do it. We need people. Look, guys, in 2 days, I'm doing the next episode. If we can get all the people, I will try to do min-eye level again. I would love it. I would love it. It would be fucking amazing. I would love to do those other 2 wings min-eye level because we didn't do them last time. But, you know. So there you go. I'm zooming out now. It's such a cool place. Yeah, he runs into the middle. This second Megiddo Flame, it's always a question of, oh, can we make it? Can we DPS him to death before he finishes the cast? So you can skip that panels. And sometimes people believe, sometimes they don't. It's always a nice, like, panic moment. Or he dies before the cast even starts. It depends on how the tank's moving. Basically, tanks bring him to the edge because the extra time he'll spend walking to and fro to start his animation is technically more time you can hit him. But on the second wave, if the tank holds him still, it's better for damage, really. He tends to survive a lot better otherwise. But yeah, it's cool in here, isn't it? I've always been curious about these platforms up here. You can always come back and explore these in Explorer mode. Nicely done, guys. Oh, we get a cutscene. I haven't watched this for a while. Hey, guys. Oh there, Tremor. Very impressive, meow, I must say. Your name shall be writ large in the volumes that are sure to be penned on this historic expedition. The scale of this structure defies comprehension. Someone plainly thought bigger was better. Yeah, it's absolutely massive. According to the findings of my Baldesian colleagues, the Crystal Tower was constructed to collect and store the endless energies of the sun. A characteristically ambitious undertaking. Alright, we're getting real stuff here. Okay. This tower was collecting the energy of the sun. And by the way, that's not just like solar energy. I think that's literally like magical energy. I think in this world, the sun like leaks ether. Now, what of the tower's inner defenses? Judging by your haggard expression, clearing out the labyrinth was no small feat. Giant of a man wielding a shimmering scimitar, you say? Yes, that would have been Phlegethon. Not Archeron, Phlegethon. He was a hero of the Allagan Revolution. There was a revolution? And you glean that from what exactly? His choice of weapon? Well, I am a historian, and I have a certain, shall we say, affinity for the lore of the Allagan Empire. You have an affinity, what does that mean? It is, of course, all common knowledge gleaned from musty scrolls and tomes. The ancient texts claim that the Crystal Tower is defended by the champions of Eld, resurrected and augmented through the Allagans' extraordinary technology. Chief, you need to see this! So hold on, what, it's the same guy after all these years? There's more to this. There's the tower. Well, well, there it is, the further tower. What surprises do you have in store for us, I wonder? I can't tell you how glad I am to have you with us on this little jaunt, old friend. Had you not beaten a path through that maze, I very much doubt we'd be standing here now. Well, we have much to discuss and digest. Let us retire to St. Coinix Find for the present, and then there plan our next step. Lest there be any doubt, our expedition has some way to go yet. So climbing the tower will be for next time. But how can it be possible that an Allagan was just there? So now, okay, do you ever get to just walk? Well, you kind of do, right? Eventually. I was going to say, you get to actually walk to the base. I guess more donor? It's hard to tell what would be faster here. I'm going to bank on more donor being quicker because I can fly straight as an arrow. Oh, God. I'm not going to break the first person rule. We have to stick with it. Why did I say first person? What's a better forfeit? What's something that doesn't compromise the video? The crystal compensator? Oh yeah, we all know what he's compensating for. So good of you to join us, Tremor. Our meeting would be dull indeed without a full account of your experiences in the labyrinth. Let's take a moment to collect yourself, and when you're ready, we shall debate how best to proceed. Okay. For prosperity. Now, let me have a quick look here. I want to know when the patch actually ended. So let me see here. The Crystal Tower on the FF Wiki. Oh, man. So the other two wings don't even really have any quests. It's really weird. I'm looking at the quest list, right? And it says that this one... This is still 2.1. Jesus, there was only one quest with 2.3? And there were 2 quests with 2.5. But still, oh my god, the vast majority of the story actually was here in the first part. That's interesting. But the cutscenes are so long, there's so much for them left to tell us. This is crazy. The Fellowship of Noah being accounted for, it is time this assembly was called to order. Rambros will be presiding over the meeting, if you'd be so kind as to inform of your readiness to proceed. Yeah, okay, cool. Welcome back, Tremor. Oh, this is a quick quest. Oh my god, look at that. That was literally look to the right and press F again. Welcome back. I've just been reading about your encounter in the Labyrinth. It pleases me greatly to note that you seem none the worse for the experience. For your reference, I've added my own notes to Graha's preliminary expedition report and begun compiling a Crystal Tower survey log. The information contained therein will be available to you at all times. Should you have any questions, you need only ask. Now, if there are no objections, I shall begin with a summary of the expedition's key accomplishments. I would say please be voiced, but there's been no voice acting in this, right? There will eventually, I think. In the course of this, our first foray into the grounds of the Crystal Tower, we succeeded in neutralizing the structure's outer defenses before proceeding to secure the maze surrounding the base of the spire. According to Tremor's account, the Labyrinth's defenses were most emphatically active. Disturbingly, his report also mentions a violent encounter with a sentry heavily augmented by Allag technology. In short, our misgivings were well founded. The Crystal Tower was not simply thrust above ground by the shifting of the earth, it has somehow been reawoken. It's if, as seems increasingly likely, the tower's secrets should prove too dangerous to share with the world, we'll have no choice but to contain them. Short of levelling the place, this will almost certainly involve returning its mechanisms to a state of dormancy. To do that, however, we'll first need to address the question of how they work. The answer to which must surely be waiting for us inside the tower. In conclusion, that is where we must go. A task rather easier said than done, if the perils of the Labyrinth are any indication. Then, I move that all further exploration of the tower be delayed until such a time as an exhaustive analysis of the structure's defences have been completed. Master Garland, may I entrust this task to you? Sure, it would be my pleasure. Don't forget about us, says Wedge. It's just like you said, Chief. We founded the Ironworks to make sure that technology was used for the right reasons, and that means making sure it's not used for the wrong ones. We wouldn't be doing our jobs if we didn't see this through to the end, says Wedge. Biggs. Say Biggs because he's big. It's easy to remember. Wedge because he's a little wedge. He's a little cute cheese wedge. Lads, well, I hope you're ready for some back-breaking chores. Well, everything seems to be in hand here, says Graha. So I shall take my leave of you for the present. If I'm to witness this valiant tale unfold with mine own eyes, I must needs hone my martial skills ere we ascend the spire. You'll do nothing of the sort, Graha. Your knowledge may prove useful to Master Garland's investigation. Oh my god, look at that face. As an observer, I am not, strictly speaking, subject to your authority. Pray do not mistake my intent, Tremor. I am well aware that I shall never be a match for one with your innate talents. However hard I train, be that as it may, pray do not allow your skills to rust from disuse during the coming pause. We'll need to keep fighting fit if our subsequent forays are to prove as productive as this one. Mark me, we have not yet caught more than the briefest glimpse of that which time has obscured. Soon, however, we shall cast off the veil and gaze upon the glory of the Allag Empire. And with that encouraging thought in mind, it's time to bring this assembly to a close. Let us focus on the tasks at hand, that our next expedition may begin all the sooner. Meeting adjourned. Oh, these two sort of just lifting their hands up a little bit. Well, but we have so few answers. What's going on with Graha, with his heterochromia, with the two eyes? This guy! Look, it's the Outlandish Man again, guys. We've disabled the traps. Such a terrible mess. Yet it does also leave the door wide open, so to speak. One cannot help but be impressed. I'm beginning to understand the reliance you place on adventurers. Old friend. Who's the old friend? So, this is the legacy of the Allag Empire left behind. If my readings are correct, the energy source waiting atop the tower is a match for even the ultimate weapon. Nay, more than a match. A new toy for me to play with. A new toy? A new elegant toy? Oh my god! I believe the fates, says Nero, had conspired to deny me to my just rewards once again. But it would seem that they had a greater destiny in mind for me. So let's recap what happened at the end of the main game. We killed Livia, that much is obvious. We killed Gaius, that much is obvious. I mean, there was an explosion and some metal came flying at him and his body was there and we rode away on a chocobo. Gaius is dead, DE dead, DED dead, 100% dead. Dead and never coming back. We'll never see Gaius again, that's absolutely for sure. Gaius is dead. Let me just say that again, Gaius is dead. But Nero just walked off. Right? We didn't kill Nero. So, old friend, he's talking about Sid. This is the guy that woke up the ultimate weapon. The great engineer. He knows about Allag. That's why he's talking about ultimate weapon again now. There's something at the top of this tower on that power level. Well, remember, the Allagans built the fucking thing. I believe the fates had conspired to deny me my rewards, but it would seem they had a greater destiny in mind for me. And so long as my ambition burns, I shall strive to seize it. The dream lives on, Sid. Do not disappoint me. DE dead, yeah, I kind of messed up saying that. I thought we would get that as a cliffhanger. So there you go, that's 5.1. That's how the Crystal Tower story began. And again, looking at Wiki, this is what? How does... There must be some fat cutscenes. There are 2 quests, and each quest is a wing. So, I mean, we couldn't ask for much more than that, really. So join me next time, guys. This is it. I'm really sorry that this is only a 3-hour episode. Would you believe it, though? My original plan for this Let's Play was to do 3 to 4 hour episodes. So, look, I'm in my window. So yeah, join me next time. We'll be back, and what we'll do is we will we'll finish this story. There's a lot to cover, though. I mean, Jesus Christ. Like I say, the next one we're in the tower. The one after that, though, the third wing is bonkers. I remember the first time I was really enjoying the story and actually connected with a character and kind of liked a character was the end of the Crystal Tower. When I first played through this, I didn't really care about Gaius. I didn't care about Livia. I didn't care about Minfilia. I didn't really care about Moonbreeder. There was a good amount of Moonbreeder conversation in the last episode, by the way, and I liked reading all of that. I didn't really care about any of that stuff. But there's a scene... Oh, it would be a bit spoilery. Look, there's something that happens with Ritlock and Logan in one of the dungeons in base Guild Wars 2. There's a similar moment coming up in this story. And when that moment happens, I was like, fuck, I like this. This is good. I actually really like these characters. It's the first moment that I thought, this is not bad. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Now, you might be wondering, what are you doing here at the Gold Saucer again, WP? This ain't no bonus episode. It's true, it's not a bonus episode. However, we may as well go join the lottery, because we couldn't do this last time. I've got to go and decorate my house and stuff as well. So here, we go to the Jumbo Cactpot, now that Tremor's at home. And I say, purchase a ticket. And you can hit random. Now, I've heard that it's like 50 years of doing this every week to statistically get a reward. But I also heard, alright, this is going to sound bizarre. I heard your odds are higher if you do only ending in odd numbers. So, like, we'll put a 3 there. Well, now, what is the logic of that? Why is that the case? But seriously, apparently, it's like it will take you 100 years to get it. Unless it's all odd, and then it goes down to 50 years. Is that crazy? I think that's crazy. I feel like what I just said is absolute dribble. But I'm sure I've read something like that on Reddit. I don't know why. Anyway, so there's 2 tickets. Who would like to give me a code? Go on. Give me your pin, guys. Somebody post... First person to post their pin, I'll put it in. And we'll... don't really do your pin, obviously. But yeah, I'll put any number you guys like, and we'll see whether that ticket wins in a few days. Corey says 3333, but that's all the same number. See, things like that, they feel less likely, don't they? It feels less likely that you get a quadruple. It's not less likely. All right, to be fair to Corey, Corey's been insane with all these timestamps and did get the number first, so we'll do the 333. Look, if I win the lottery based on 33333, I'll split half the MGP with you, all right? So yeah, in like a couple of days, it's usually just after the weekend. Oh, or have I just missed it? You come back and you need to speak to this person after it's won. And in the meantime, you can check that you've not missed out. Unfortunately, it's not on the timer menu, but if you go to the gold saucer menu, which is here, which has like listings for loads of stuff, racing chocobo stuff, triple triad, Verminion, mahjong, there's loads of things. But under general, it will tell you, here's the tickets you bought, and are you available to check if they won yet, basically. Also, it's been another day, so I can do the mini Cactpot again. If you guys want to watch that, it will be fascinating, I'm sure. We'll go for the 30k, the big 30k. Do you believe? 000 might be bugged if it cannot be drawn by accident, same as 99999. Oh, wait. So do people know that? Why are you saying it might be bugged? What's prompted you to say that? Because it... what makes people think it might be? Password 123. Or did you say pin? What's that like, that famously common password? It's like Hunter 13 or something, isn't it? It's like a video gamey password, but the like is really common. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? God, I'm talking so much waffle today. All right, so we're going for the 1, 2, 3. So we've got to look over here, and then over here. Oh, this is the 1, 2, 3. Ah, the dream. What is better than someone streaming, being arrogant, and then getting rewarded for it? What is better than that? Nothing is better than that, I'll tell you. Here you go. This one's the 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah, we're getting reasonable payouts. 200. It's a 4. Oh. Ah, okay. So 1, 2, 3 isn't possible this time, but 7, 8, 9 is possible down here. Ah, dude, we didn't do very well on that. This is what you want, though. It's a bit of advice, actionable advice for you all. The first time you go gambling, lose a bunch, you'll have a distaste for it the rest of your life, and you won't have a crippling, terrible vice to live with. There you go. So that's my advice to you. Lose some games of chance. Yeah, I really want to do chocobo racing and stuff. I guess it'll have to be for another bonus episode. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Next time, we're getting straight back into this. The next episode will be the other 2 wings. I will try to min-eye level again, because why not? It would be really fun. If you're curious how this wing is played, min-eye level, check out my Twitch playthrough. If you're watching this, while you're waiting for the next episode to come out, if you're watching this in the future, though, in a playlist, don't worry about the Twitch stuff just yet. I'll pass you over to it very soon, because we're about to get to a point where the 2 timelines unify. Oh, someone told me how to fix that friend request bug. We're going to get to a point where the timelines unify soon, where you can go directly from this series into that one, if you want. And I'll be pointing that out to you all when we get there. It's all happening very soon. We're right near the end of the road here now, guys. Thank you for watching. Thanks for the enthusiasm. Thank you for the donations. The goal was very fun. If anyone has any ideas for other things I can do, that would be very cool. Thanks for bearing with me with random chat about Bon Iver. Go listen to it. For Emma, forever ago. Take care now, guys. And I hope you have a good couple of days at work. Take care. Bye-bye, guys. Isn't there a missing episode in the Twitch? Is there? What episode is missing on Twitch? Let me know on Discord. I don't think there is. There shouldn't be.